You are looking live at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex here in Virginia Beach as it's time for the Neptune Bowl. Good afternoon and welcome into the press box here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex alongside former Philadelphia Eagle William Fuller. I'm Walker McCreary getting set for this outstanding matchup in the second ever iteration of the Neptune Bowl between Bridgewater and the Apprentice School. Before we get into this game, William, we have to give a big shout out to Chuck Thornton and his entire crew here in organizing this event. The first time that this game happened was in 2019, then the pandemic happened. Back on our feet now, and you can't ask for a better matchup that they've been able to pull together here.
Yeah, absolutely. A great matchup. We got great weather for it. I think both sides are extremely excited. I know that Chuck is excited. He and his team in the city of Virginia Beach is glad to have this game back, and we're looking toward an exciting contest between two very great teams.
Please rise.
The national anthem about to be played. We'll turn it over to public address announcer Billy King.
Virginia, in the tragic death of 3 students at UVA. Please, let's have a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, please remain standing. Gentlemen, removing your caps as we welcome the Great Bridge High School Marching Wildcats with the playing of our national anthem.
Again, that was the Great Bridge High School Marching Wildcats with our national anthem performed before this second Neptune Bowl presented by Doubletree by Hilton Virginia Beach. We'd also like to thank the following official sponsors: Eastern Sports Management, Atlantic Union Bank, Kerwin Development Strategies, and Performance Food Group. This game, William, if you look at it on paper, I don't think that there's much, if any, separation between these two teams. Bridgewater 9-1, Apprentice 8-1. They both average the same amount of points scored on offense, points given up on defense. This game is as big of a toss-up as I think you can get at this time of the year.
I would totally agree, and that's what makes it exciting is the fact that, you got two very good programs who've had wonderful seasons, just missed the opportunity to have, be a part of conference championships, but 9-1 and 8-1 are both great. You have two teams that are familiar with each other, having just played each other a couple of years ago, and I think if you look at the combined series, it's, about a dozen games or so that they've played against one another. So I think that both coaches and both the teams have a lot of respect for each other, and they both are expecting a very good effort out of one another.
You mentioned that game from a year ago, I believe it was. Apprentice was up 7-3 at halftime, had a chance to be up 14-3 at halftime, and talking with Vincent Brown, on the 1-yard line and get turned away right at the half. That would have changed the entire complexion of the game. Bridgewater makes the adjustments and comes out and doesn't allow any points for the Builders. This Bridgewater team, their only loss this year is to an undefeated Randolph-Macon, who right now is playing in the Division III tournament and is by far probably one of the best teams in Division III football. The Builders, on the other hand, their only loss came to a Division II team in Bluefield State. Mm-hmm. So we mentioned, how good these teams are.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to both teams. I mean, obviously, Bridgewater from the great ODAC conference and how well they've done, and having only lost that one game. And then you look at the Builders. I mean, 2 seasons ago they played the entire ODAC conference, so they're not afraid of the ODAC conference. They've played the ODAC conference, has been successful, and I think that they want a little bit of revenge as far as the last time that they played Bridgewater, and showing that, hey, we can not only play with you, we can beat you, and we should have beat you for that game.
Or rather, the Apprentice School beat ODAC School Averett in the season opener on the road at Averett. Also beat Christopher Newport earlier in the year. Of course, Christopher Newport finishing second in the NJAC. It was the first ever time those two teams had met. About to have the coin flip here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Joining the captains at midfield today will be a local TikTok celebrity and Salem High School senior Tanner Strickland, who has done a number of different fundraisers in the past and has partnered with Deputy Roberta Lucas of the Chesapeake Sheriff's Department to raise money today for the Special Olympics of Virginia through Dancing with the Athletes. Tanner will also be featured in a feature film releasing in theaters next year called True Love, and we welcome Tanner Strickland to the field for this coin toss here today. We dive into this matchup a little bit. I know you're a defensive guy, so I want to talk about the defenses for these two teams, William. First for Bridgewater. They've got a stud at middle linebacker and freshman Aaron Nice, who last week 6.5 sacks in their regular season finale against Guilford. We were talking off the air. Can't think of anybody else who's had that many sacks in a game, much less coming from the linebacker position. That's just an impressive stat line.
Yeah, really, on any level. I mean, I have to go back to thinking about, well, who do I know that has 6 sacks or more in a game? And we go all back to Derek Thomas with the Kansas City Chiefs. Other than that, I can't think of anybody on any level, high school, college, or what have you. So that was a tremendous accomplishment from that kid. And, I mean, you got to like the fact that he's only a freshman. So there's 3 more years to go.
It'll be interesting to see what Bridgewater does defensively against an offense in Apprentice School that tries to get you to get pulled offside. On the other side of the football for the Apprentice School, you mentioned, when we were talking, it's so many different players for the Apprentice School defense that's been able to get in there. Nobody over 37 tackles in the 9 games that they've played this year. And it's just that you've got 37, 31, 30, 27, 23. It's been spread around, so you can't really game plan against any of these Apprentice School Builders on the defensive side.
Yes, and some of that they were actually forced to do that because they had so many injuries. And, in listening to the coach and speaking with him, he talked about the fact that, his entire secondary was composed of freshmen.
Yeah.
And so, they had to kind of make it work on the run, get some guys who grew up pretty quickly. And obviously they were able to do that, having a great season, only losing 1 game. But they're playing a lot of young players, but those players seem to be coming along progressing very quickly.
Captain's about to take the field for the Builders. It'll be Paul Massey Jr. as well as Mason Tatum. You've got Chandler Perry and Joey Mamano for the Builders, who will be the home team, the designated home team in this game. Also the honorary captains, the rest of the senior class for the Builders. For Bridgewater, you got Sean Harris, Derek Jenkins, waiting on them to finish handshakes to be able to see the other 2 numbers. Looks like it's Dylan McLaughlin and maybe Albert Mensa, the captains for Bridgewater. They will be in the white uniforms and the designated visitors in this game. This is I've been anticipating this all week, William. We started on Tuesday with a luncheon to kind of kick off Neptune Bowl festivities. You saw both teams going through walkthrough yesterday, and everything's been building up to this moment when we're just about, couple 3 minutes away from kicking this Neptune Bowl game off. If you're on the sidelines for one of these games, and I know you've been in a number of big games over your career, what's the feeling like for these players as they get ready to kick this game off?
Well, the players are pumped up, excited, ready to go, but at the same time, they're going to make sure, look, this is, I won't say it's just a regular game, but the fact that we can't get so hyped up that we don't execute our game plan, that we don't stay focused on everything we talked about this week, in preparing for this game. And so now the adrenaline's got to come down just a little bit. We'll get back fired up once we get out there and play, but let's make sure that we play smart football and we stick to everything we've talked about.
Scott Keister, our referee in the white hat today, he says that Bridgewater wins the toss and will receive, moving from right to left. As we look at it, we are almost ready to kick this game off. Today's game brought to you by Doubletree Virginia Beach. We're streaming live on the Virginia Beach Sportsplex YouTube page, and you know that if you're watching. If you want to catch the replay, this game will be archived on this same YouTube page, as well as many other contests played here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex Stadium. Like and subscribe. We thank the sponsors for making this free. If you'd like to be a sponsor, please visit beachsportsplex.com/streaming and fill out the contact information. Jeremiah Morgan to kick things off for the Builders, wearing number 49. Both kickers, we didn't even talk about them. We'll talk a lot about them over the next hour of game time and 2.5 hours that we're on the air. But these kickers are going to be game changers, both of them hitting near 50-yard field goals as their longs this year. They've rarely missed. So this game could come down to the kickers when all is said and done. Back deep, Cedric Drumgoole and Brendan Robinson for the Eagles. They stand about the 15-yard line, waiting on the whistle, and we'll get this thing underway. Fantastic crowd here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. As Morgan kicks this ball off, it will sail over the head of Viante Tucker, who is also back deep and into the end zone for a touchback. You can't ask for better weather. Now this is the interesting part that we talked about off the air, William. Who's going to be the starting quarterback for Bridgewater? We'll see who trots out there. But regardless of who they put at quarterback, both these guys can really sling it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the coach, just waiting till, just a few minutes before the game. Well, actually, just surprising us all as far as, who will start. But it looks like it's going to be Jalen Wood. And, he's probably the more athletic of the two quarterbacks.
Bridgewater will go shotgun set as Wood takes the snap, and he'll hand off to the running back, Albert Mensah, who doesn't get a whole lot of anything. 3-yard gain on first down. K'Twan Schuler, one of those stud defensive linemen for the Builders, with the stop.
A good job of stuffing it up in the middle, so he had nowhere to go.
This Builders defense has not allowed much on the ground this year. 48.5 yards rushing for their opponents on average this season. That's been what Vincent Brown really has preached and called the strength of this defense, is being able to clog up the middle and not allow for a lot of running room. Wood takes the snap, going to throw it out wide. Short arms it to Viante Tucker. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long for the Eagles. Yeah,
I think that's where you sometimes see the adrenaline taking effect, and you have a coach, have a quarterback come out there and just not get the ball out there and not have the perfect pass. I think he just needs to calm down and get warmed up here.
3rd and 7. Trips to the top of the screen. Wood rolls out to his right. Pressure coming from behind. Pass is incomplete, intended on the far sidelines for, I believe that was Tyler Gillum. And the Builders defense forces a 3-and-out.
Yeah, great job by the Builders defense. The quarterback, they rolled him out a little bit. I guess to see how he felt in throwing it on the run. And again, he's a more athletic quarterback and may feel even a little bit more comfortable in doing that. But that pass came up a little bit short.
Javion Walker came through clean behind Wood and kind of made him force the throw a little bit early, as now the punter and Garrett Graves comes on. He is a weapon for this Eagles side, averaging nearly 43 yards a punt. This one will drop in front of Leland Gertie and will be touched dead at about the 33-yard line, and that's where the Builders will take over 1st and 10, and our first opportunity to see this Builder offense with quarterback Mason Tatum.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. His coach talks about how he prepares and how much film he watches and what a leader he is, and so we're expecting good things out of him.
He's got Lawrence Reed in the backfield with him, trips to the bottom of the screen as he'll put a man in motion. That's Brad Jenkins to go twins either way, and this is what the Apprentice School will do. They'll look to the sidelines, check things off, and hard count almost every play to make sure they get the matchups that they want. Tatum going to hand it off to Larry. Larry keeps his feet and drives outside the 35 to the 38-yard line before being brought down by the Eagles' number 90, Tucker Harris, as well as in there was Jalen Cunningham. It'll be second and about 5.
Yeah, just a one-back set, and they spread everybody out. Quarterback took his time to kind of look and see what the defense, how they were set, how the secondaries were set, and then they tried to attack them inside by running in the middle. But good job by the defense.
First drive of the game for the Builders. We're a minute and a half in as Tatum going to put a man in motion. That's Leland Gertie, who's been hobbled a little bit. You see him hopping around, the heavy tape on the left ankle. Handoff again to Reed. Reed has some running room, lowers the shoulder, and has enough for the first down outside the 43 to the 44. He was hit hard by Aaron Nice, but not before the first down.
Yeah, good job by Reed, again, just knowing where the sticks were and lowering his head and moving forward. Good job by the O-line, moving some people out of there, and they were able to get the first down.
This offensive line, a very experienced offensive line for the Builders, with Joey Mamano and Russ Pierce anchoring that as the two seniors on the front line. Russ Pierce, the center, also a wrestler for the Builders, wrestles 235 pounds. He'll get into the wrestling season as soon as this game is over tonight. As Tatum looks to pass is incomplete. Looking out wide for TK Petty. Great defense there by Sean Harris. It'll be second and 10.
Yes, he can kind of just takes a quick set and throws to the wide side of the field. Pass a little bit underthrown. And again, I think both teams, both quarterbacks are going to have to settle down. You'll see them start to get in some rhythm as the game goes on.
Like you said, a lot of adrenaline here. Tatum didn't get to play in the first Neptune Bowl in 2019 because of an injury. So he's getting his first Neptune Bowl experience today. Of course, the Builders falling to Randolph-Macon back in 2019. Play clock down to 2, and Tatum just gets the snap off. Looking to pass, throws it out wide. Pass is incomplete. Threw it behind Petty again. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Builders.
Yeah, Petty just ran out into the flat area, and he threw it again kind of high, and Petty could only get one hand on it. So, both quarterbacks, I think, have to settle down a little bit and be a little bit sharper with their passes. But, I think both teams are kind of feeling each other out at this point offensively, seeing what are they coming up with as far as defensive sets are concerned, and just seeing exactly how we want to stick to our game plan or make some adjustments.
Man in motion is Jenkins, puts trips to the bottom, and now looking to the sidelines to Coach Elton Brown, who had some time in the league as an offensive lineman for the Cardinals. 3rd and 10. Tatum steps up, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Val West with his first solo sack of the year. He's got a sack and a half on the season, and the Builders are going to have to punt.
Yes, Val West was just lined up on the quarterback's right side and came off the edge, and I don't think anybody got a hand on it. If they did, it wasn't a big hand, and he was able to get to the quarterback almost immediately.
John Howell on to punt the ball away, a low snap, but Howell fields the ground ball and gets away a booming punt over McLaughlin. This ball's going to bounce all the way down inside the 5, and Ricardo Corpus will down it at the 1. A fantastic punt for John Howell, backing the Eagles up in the shadow of the goalpost. Is there a flag on the play?
See, the players are pointing, but I don't actually see any cloth or seal flag anywhere.
It'll be a sideline warning on the Builders, so nothing comes of that this time around, and the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. Howell with a boomer of a punt.
Yeah, they were lucky that ball didn't get away from him and get towards the end zone. So, so they've got him backed up a little bit here. So What we got? They're on the what?
Yeah, they're on the 1.
Want to be careful down here. Protect the ball.
Wood still the quarterback for the Eagles. He'll play action, looking to throw it deep. Lays it out there, looking for Gillum. Pass is caught by Tyler Gillum, and a big play on first down for the Eagles, as they'll get 33 yards on the play, maybe a little more than that, and a first down.
Wow, beautiful throw. I mean, it looked like it was just a go route. I mean, straight go route. He laid it up and dropped it in where only the receiver could get it. So a beautiful throw, especially backed up on your 1 yard line.
It was a 34-yard pitch and catch, 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 35. Another quick throw, looking out wide for Montex Green, the freshman, trying to spin away, but he won't get away from Christian Walker, the middle linebacker who comes to make the stop. It'll be 2nd and 7.
It looks like the Eagles are picking up the tempo a little bit. Quarterback's going out of shotgun, going pretty quickly. They're getting the guys lined up, no huddle, and then the ball is coming out very quickly out of the quarterback's hand.
Christian Walker, one of the seniors on this Builders team, 9 seniors for Coach Vincent Brown this season. Wood, play action, rolling out to his right, stepping up. Now he'll tuck it and run, and he's hounded and dropped from behind. Denzel Porter makes the stop. Or check that, that was actually Isaiah Thompson who made the stop for the Builders. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
A good run by Wood, and I think that's what they like out of him is the athleticism, and why they decided to start him today, that he's able to make something happen with both his arm and his feet, and was opportunity there to run there. And so he got him in kind of a short 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. So let's see what he can do on this next play.
Empty set for Wood, 5 wide receivers on the field. Takes the snap. It's a quarterback draw right up the middle, and he will be stopped short of the line to gain.
Yeah, I think he's short. I think that's a long 1 yard, maybe almost 2 yards short.
Look at the replay. Yeah, let's look at the replay as Chandler Perry is going to make this stop. Had a lot of green grass, but Perry just gets off of his block there. Rips him down from behind.
Yeah, good job by Perry. I think he may have to be a little bit more patient. If he could have held that ball one more count, and you saw that those linebackers hadn't truly turned their back away from him. I think if he could have held it for another count, he might have had an opportunity to get that first down.
Another punt coming now for Garrett Graves, and he'll get off a boomer this time as Gertie going to just watch that bounce at the 25, and he'll stay away from it as Bridgewater will down it at the 17-yard line. A couple nice moves there on the defensive side. Putting the ball in between the legs, a little bit fancy as the Builders will take over 1st and 10. Since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity. Today, AstroTurf continually improves its system design to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic sport-specific performance, longest-lasting durability, and sound player protection. AstroTurf.
So I'm forever familiar with AstroTurf, having played so many years in the Astrodome. I think was the original AstroTurf.
Tatum going to hand it off this time. No, he keeps it around the left side as Green was in the backfield, and Tatum going to pick up 6 off the left side, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good job. I don't know if that was a read option. It looked like he just took it and took it to himself to take the ball and take it around the left side. If it was a read, it was a quick read.
Aaron Moore, the leading tackler for this Builder team, with the stop from that free safety position. 2nd down and about 4 for the Builders with 9:07 to play here in the first quarter, a scoreless ball game. This time a handoff to Green. Green's got some running room. He's got a first down and a lot more. Getting to the sidelines, cuts it upfield and steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Huge gain on 2nd down for Curtis Green, the freshman from Richmond.
Yeah, great run by Curtis Green, but, I mean, he had a big hole there. It looked like it was a counter play where they pulled someone from the left side to the right. I don't know if it was a counter OT or OG. You'll have to take a look at it on the film. But good play, great big play on first down.
You talk about that being a big play. He's an electrician by trade, and this time the electricness of Green, unable to get going as he was tackled in the backfield by Aaron Nice after a 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13.
It looks like it was the same exact play, which happens sometimes when you have a coordinator who's successful on one play decides to, come, let's run that again. So I think you might want to wait a few series before you bring it back. But, yeah, that was a great play by defense. They didn't let him get outside this time.
2nd down and 13. Apprentice doesn't really like to be behind the sticks, especially not against a blitzing defense such as Bridgewater. Tatum takes the snap, has time in the pocket, throws it out wide. Pass is incomplete. Looking again for TK Petty, really trying to feed the 5'8 receiver, or the 5'9 receiver, after he had over 150 yards receiving last week in New Jersey.
Yeah, that ball was just a little bit overthrown, so there was good coverage on him as well. But it wasn't a situation where, it was a 50-50 ball, anything like that, where the receiver say, I can just go up and get it. I think that that was just a little bit off target.
If you talk to Vincent Brown about TK Petty, he's 5'7", he's a freshman, but he plays like he's 6'3". He just always wants to step up and make some big plays and really outjumps a lot of defensive backs in the process. Tatum, deep drop, now steps up in the pocket, climbing his way. Pressure coming from behind, and he'll be sacked. Coming off the way that's Daniel Santos, the freshman from Gaithersburg, Maryland, and the Builder's going to have to punt.
Yeah, you have to give him credit. There was pretty good coverage on that, so he really didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. He tried to buy some time, move around a little bit, and then tried to run on the left side. But by that time, the defensive line were able to get to him. So, but the good thing is, he didn't panic and just throw a ball that could be intercepted.
Howell going to get the punt away. He had a boomer his last time out, and another one this time that's going to bounce out of bounds inside the 15. And again, flip the field. To have a punter that can just send punts inside the 20 and out of bounds is a weapon for any team, and the Builders taking big advantage here early on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that ball ended up inside the 20-yard line, and so you feel good when you have a punter that can put that ball just exactly where he wants to place it, and it's going to put you in a good position.
So the third drive of the game for Bridgewater, they haven't gotten a lot going with Jalen Wood at quarterback, but he has another drive here, tosses it out wide, pass is thrown behind his intended receiver, but a nice grab and carry there for, I believe that is Ronald Robinson Jr., the senior, who gets a play on first down. It'll be second and about, call it 8.
Yeah, just a quick pop pass and the running back trying to come out on the left side, and defense did a great job of wrangling him in.
Robinson, the 5'7" senior from Stafford, 5 touchdowns on the year rushing. Quarterback draw this time, and here goes Jalen Wood. He makes a man miss, got some room on the outside. Jalen Wood will scamper out of bounds outside the 30 to the 33. That's a gain of about 17 and a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, Jalen just faked the handoff and then popped it inside, and then quickly there was nothing there, broke it to the outside, and gained some valuable yardage for them.
1st and 10 for Bridgewater. On the 32-yard line is where the ball is spotted. Pistol set for the Eagles. Snap, play action. Wood thought about throwing it. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A shoestring tackle made there. I believe that was Alden Custer. And it is Alden. It'll be second and long.
Yeah, good job by the defense. He didn't have anything immediately, tried to move a little bit. Nothing was there, ended up getting sacked.
2nd and 13. This time a handoff to Robinson Jr. He makes a few men miss, and then he is hit hard by, I believe that's Paul Massey, and it is.
Yeah, just an inside handoff. Looked like man-on-man blocking up front. They actually pulled 2 guys from their left to the right. But there was nothing there. Good job of the defense bottling them up and making the tackle. 3rd down.
So let's see what Bridgewater can do here on 3rd and 5. This is about the place where their drives have stalled here in the early going. Man in motion to get toward trips, and now put him back to the far side of the field. Snap, looking inside, pass is caught. We'll check the spot after the slant route was caught by Viante Tucker. The guy on the far side of the field says it's a first down, but I don't think the spot's there.
Yeah, looking at the spot, I mean, it doesn't, from our vantage point, it doesn't look like he made it, but hey.
Yeah, they moved the chains.
Moved the chains, so they're giving it to him.
So 1st and 10 for Bridgewater after they convert on third down. They convert third downs at a 42% rate this season. That's the first one they've converted today, if memory serves. As Wood takes the snap, going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson hit hard, close to midfield. It's a gain of 7.
Yeah, nice run on first down. It's just a simple inside handoff, a little bit of motion. Brings the tight end from one side to the other, runs it inside. So they're attacking that inside.
Josiah Beecham on the stop. 2nd down and short for the Eagles. Approaching the end of the first quarter, they'll toss it out wide. Paul Massey in the backfield. Rips down Derek Jenkins as he read that play the entire way. Loss of about 5. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yes, he saw that from the very beginning. That's a little pop pass. They tried to get it to him quick. Defensive player made a great play. Want to make that tackle for a loss.
3rd down, call it a... that's probably 7 on the nose. I thought it was going to be closer to 8 where he got tackled, but the spot is the 44. Man in motion, Wood in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, roll out to his left, has some time, sets his feet, looking backside, pressure coming. He eludes the first tackler in Justin Dupree and then way underthrows the ball, intended out there for Montex Green, and the Builders defense comes up big and gets the stop and forces a punt.
Yeah, great job by the Builders defense of containing him. Actually was able to get a little bit of pressure, make him have to move around in the pocket. He scrambled around, but at the same time, I mean, they were able to make that happen as far as getting pressure. They did a good job of also on the back end side with the secondary. You know, everybody was covered for the most part, so the quarterback didn't have anybody to immediately throw to.
Graves, his 3rd punt of the day. This one a wobbler. Fair catch called for and taken by Gertie at about the 24-yard line. That's where the Builders will take over. 1st and 10 at Zoop Eatery. You can build the perfect box lunch, a customizable and individually packaged meal for your convenience. Choose from any of our wide variety of soups, fresh salads, made-to-order sandwiches, all served with a hunk of bread and a dessert. There's something for the whole crew at Zoop Eatery. Builders have it 1st and 10. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. No score. Living up to the billing we thought it might.
Yes, it is. 2 evenly matched teams going at one another. But somebody will make a big play here now. Somebody needs to make a big play.
Tatum takes the snap, hands off to Reed on the counter, and not a lot there on the left side.
Yeah, defensive line doing a great job, but there's no big gaping holes that are opening up. So the running back tried to find something. He initially went to the right, nothing there. Tried to cut it back, still nothing there. Defense did a wonderful job of making sure they stayed in their lanes and held gap control and get the running back to the ground.
He did get a yard there, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Gertie and Corpus split out to the right. TK Petty comes in motion to the right side. They'll throw it out to Petty. Petty makes the catch. He's got room on the sidelines across the 35 to the 40, steps out of bounds. He's ushered out by Aaron Moore, and it's a big play on 2nd down to the 44 and a first down for the Builders.
Yeah, it was an even 2-by-2 set. They motioned the inside receiver over to the other side, quickly throwing the ball. Defensive player fell down, and he was able to make a big play.
So the Apprentice school trying to get something going here at the end of the first quarter. Scoreless as time ticks away in the first 15 minutes. Handoff to, I believe that's Reed. Reed trying to fight for yardage. Now the scrum, and he'll finally be brought down at the 48, a pickup of 4. a host of Builders on the tackle. Aaron Moore was one of the first off the bottom. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Four plays at the pop is not a bad pace. Defense did a good job of finally getting to him, but you gotta get to him a little bit sooner than that. But both sides are doing a pretty good job of not letting one team have a huge play.
2nd down and 6. It's something you don't see often from the Apprentice school, is them huddling. They did that time. A couple of tight ends in the game. Handoff to Reed going left side and hit immediately there. Tucker Harris from the defensive tackle spot just wrapped him up, and a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, great job by the defense. I mean, that was a counter. I can't tell if it was a counter OT or counter OG, but good job of the defense making sure that they held steady and was able to make that tackle for barely a gain.
3rd and 5. The Bridgewater faithful right below us making some noise, trying to get the defense to get a stop here at the end of the first quarter. Might be the last play of the quarter, as Tatum looks to the sidelines. Gets the play call. He's got trips to his left. That's the top of your screen. Snap to Tatum, looking to throw quickly. Now he'll tuck it and run. Not a lot there. The Bridgewater defense does a great job of covering. It'll be 4th and 2 after Tatum scampered for 3.
Yeah, as you said, there really wasn't a whole lot of room to do anything. Defense did a good job on the trip side. I mean, he didn't even look to the weak side. There was nothing there. He tucked the ball down, tried to run for a gain, but again, good job by the defense.
Into the first quarter here at Virginia Beach. It's Builders 0, Eagles 0. We'll be back after these messages. Join the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame for the 2023 induction weekend, April 21st and 22nd in Town Center of Virginia Beach. The hall will honor the class of 2023 as part of the 50th induction weekend in its history. Event tickets and sponsorships are available by visiting www.vasportshof.com. Howell with the punt. McLaughlin makes the play right on the sidelines and is ushered out of bounds at the 17. And the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 alongside William Fuller, Walker McCrary. First quarter, defense, the story of the show.
Yeah, it really has been. I think both offensive have been probing the defense and trying to get a big play, but the defense is doing a good job of containing, kind of bending but not breaking. Both sides were able to move the ball, but nobody's really had that extremely, extremely huge, big momentum type of play to happen as of yet.
Snap, and Wood kind of got tangled up with Viontae Tucker. Ended up taking it himself. I don't think he got much on the play.
Yeah, I don't know if his feet got tangled up with the running back. He tried to run the mesh. He pulled the ball a little bit quicker than I think he really wanted to. But there really wasn't anything there. Give credit to the defense. They were back in the backfield before he had the opportunity to really, really execute.
Eagles sticking with Jalen Wood here after one quarter of play. We mentioned the duo quarterback system that they can trot out there. Malcolm Anderson, we'll see if we see him a little bit later on. That's a handoff to Robinson Jr. outside the 20 to about the 23. It'll be 3rd and call it 4.
Yeah, good job by Apprentice, especially that outside end, holding the edge. And they were able to hold that to a short game. But that was still a great job by that defensive left side.
So 3rd down, 4. Builders have 4 down linemen on the field. Dupree, Perry, We've also got Isaiah Thompson there as well. Snap to Wood. They'll hand it off to Robinson, trying to find some room on the left side. Not a lot there as Justin Dupree came over from the left side. Also there was Chase Gaines. It'll be 4th and call it 2, and Bridgewater goes 3 and out.
Yeah, good job by the Builders defense. I mean, they held their own on that right side. Again, they've been trying to run that counter play all day, but haven't had much success. I think the defensive line is doing an incredible job of standing up their man, getting off blocks, and then making something happen. And they're there to stop them in the backfield.
4th punt of the day for Garrett Graves. This one.
Ooh, what a punt.
Leland Gertie catches it on the run. He had the fair catch called for, and he took it at the 22. That's where they will take over 1st and 10. So now the Builders offense, I think I'm looking at the stats. The stats are pretty even, but it feels like the Builders have had a little bit more success on the offensive side. They've been able to, kind of stay on track and on tempo, but this Bridgewater defense takes advantage of some mistakes that the Builders have made.
Yeah, they have. They have been somewhat evenly matched. And, again, it's really making sure they don't have that huge play where you're talking about somebody, scores from 40 yards out or, gets a 50, 60-yard play on them. So, this is good defense. I love defense now. Not everybody likes to see a defensive battle in a game that's, 0-0 or 3-0 or that sort of thing. But, give respect to both sides. Both defenses are doing a great job.
Mentioned in pregame, both these teams giving up less than 20 points a game. So we kind of thought that it might be that style of contest. Green with his 2nd carry in a row. The electrician almost kept his feet to the 36-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, good job popping off to the left side. If he'd have kept his feet there, he might still be running. So there's an opportunity for a huge play. But you see that offensive line, they're really moving people off of the ball, and they opened up a real nice lane for him on that particular play.
Apprentice School 1st and 10 from their own 36. Early 2nd quarter, no score here in the Neptune Bowl. At the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, presented by Doubletree of Hilton. There goes Curtis Green. Green on his way to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and Curtis Green cracks the scoreboard. A touchdown for the Builders. 64 yards, and Apprentice School with an early lead.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line. It's really just man-on-man blocking. Each man get a hat on a hat. And running back was able to hit that hole pretty quickly and opened up, and then there was nobody catching him. So wonderful job by that offensive line and the running back, and here we have our first score.
You mentioned neither defense had given up the big play. That was the first one of the day as Jeremiah Morgan comes on to attempt the point after. 32 of 36 in point after attempts. Set the record earlier this year for the Apprentice School in points in a single game for a kicker. He's broken the field goal record I don't know how many times this year. It'll be out of the hold of Jarrett Jystad and the snap of Nathan Jedlick. Snap, spot, hold, kick is on its way, and it is good. 7-0 Builders. What a run there from Curtis Green.
It is. I mean, both offenses have kind of been probing, since the very start of the game. Nobody was really able to break off a big play. But give credit to the Builders for being patient. As I said, that offensive line did a tremendous job. It looked like everybody had a hat on a hat. They all executed their assignments. The running back was able to, pop it out for a big gain and ultimately a touchdown.
Dollar Bank is a proud sponsor of the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Do a local, convenient, and accessible network of Hampton Roads locations ready to serve your banking needs with deposit, lending solutions, and more. Visit dollar.bank to learn more. Dollar Bank, let's get you there. So the Builders strike first in this Neptune Bowl. 7-0. Apprentice School leads as Jeremiah Morgan sets to kick this ball away, looking back at Viante Tucker and Cedric Drumgoole. Morgan will send this high end over end. It'll be taken just shy of the 10-yard line by, I believe that's Viante Tucker. who will be ushered out of bounds. Actually, that is Brendan Robinson, who got the return out to the 33, and the Eagles will look to answer now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, not a bad return. You got about 10-yard return at the 33-yard line, and so now we'll see how the Eagles respond to the Builders, who just scored that first touchdown.
Now we get the second quarterback. I mentioned we might see him at some point. Malcolm Anderson, the 6'3", 230 senior from Stafford. By far the better passer in terms of numbers as well as the better rusher. He's going to be a pocket passer, looking to throw it long. Pass is incomplete. Intended out wide for Freddie Watkins. It'll be 2nd and 10, and you see the difference immediately between Anderson and Wood, William, is he's ready to just sit in the pocket and throw it.
Yeah, that was just a quick two-step drop, and then he let it fly. He kind of overthrew that one to his receiver. I think obviously that the Builders have scouted this team. They know what the capabilities are and the differences between both quarterbacks, so I think they're prepared, or will adjust their game plan to who's back there as far as QB is concerned. So,
quarterback keeper Anderson, not a lot there as he was swallowed up by the defensive line of Chandler Perry as well as Rochard Phipps. It'll be 3rd down and a very long 9.
So, make the supposing passing quarterback try to run and make the running quarterback try to pass. So, it was a good job by the defense, getting to him pretty quickly.
Builders go with their nickel set here. On the defensive side is twins to both sides for the Eagles. Anderson looking to pass, throws it over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Running wide open across the middle was Derek Jenkins, but that ball thrown just a little bit far ahead of him, and it'll be a quick 3 and out for the Eagles, and the Builder offense trying to get back on the field.
Yeah, he had him open. He just didn't get the ball there. The Builders sent a 3-man rush. He had plenty of time, but quarterback just was not able to get the ball to him on that particular play. So we'll see whether they stick to this passing game and stick to the quarterback or whether they'll continue to rotate him. This should be interesting.
Graves back to punt again, his 5th punt of the day. This one high spiral is Gertie, or actually that's Josiah Beecham, who will just watch that sail over his head. It bounces straight toward the sidelines, and it'll be touched dead at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Builders.
Both punters are getting a pretty good workout today, and they're doing a good job of getting the ball off quickly and have hit some decent punts. So we'll see what these Builders can do, how they will play with the lead. Good job by them scoring the touchdown, and as far as the on the defensive side of the ball, getting the ball back to their offense.
Graves averaging 42.2 yards per punt. Howell averaging 40.3. As Tatum takes the snap, going to toss it out wide. Pass is caught by the tight end Nick Pierce, the twin brother of center Russ Pierce. Gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, good quick pass to the tight end. Had him in a 3-by-1 set. He was off the ball. Went out to the flat area. Quarterback was able to connect with him rather quickly for a nice gain.
Nick, an electrician at the Apprentice school. His brother Russ, a maintenance electrician. So both of them working with electricity and helping build ships as that ball just swatted out of the air. Eli Rucker just gets the big mid up there and knocks it down.
Yeah, that's what you're taught as a defensive lineman. If you can't get there, you see the quarterback ready to throw, get your hands up and you can bat some balls, hopefully tip some balls and give your defense a chance to possibly intercept them. If not, at least you now have stopped that particular play.
So 3rd and call it 4 for the Builders. 4 wide receivers for the Apprentice school as Tatum takes the low snap, throws it out wide. Pass is caught by Brad Jenkins close to the line to gain. We'll see what the spot is. Vincent Brown says it's a 1st down on the near sidelines, and they do move the chains. It's a 1st down for the Apprentice school.
Good job. Nice quick throw. He went to get just enough yards that he needed for the 1st down. I don't know if it's the angle here or what have you, but we're looking at it looks like on one side that they don't have it, that it's real close, but receivers but referee on the far side is saying, hey, absolutely, first down, let's move these chains.
Tatum takes the snap, play action, throws it out again to Nick Pierce, and Pierce going to be hit, but he keeps his feet, finally pushed out of bounds by Sean Harris after a short gain on first down by the tight end.
Yeah, nice throw and catch. Good catch by Pierce. After the catch, there was no room to go. Good job by the secondary getting up and making a nice tackle on him and limited that to a 2-yard gain.
That his 15th and 16th catches of the season. Probably the most memorable one he's had as a Builder was against Christopher Newport earlier this year, a touchdown that put the Builders up 17 against the crosstown rivals. 2nd and 7. Tatum looking to throw deep, lays it out for Ricardo Corpus. He's made the play, gets the feet down. First down for the Apprentice School at the 46.
Good job by Tatum, had a lot of patience. Offensive line did a wonderful job of protecting him, giving him time to throw the ball. And he got the ball over to his tight end over on the left side of the ball for a nice game. First out.
6'2 sophomore from right here in Virginia Beach. A little bit of a homecoming for Ricardo Corpus. Probably played a couple of games on this field over the course of his career, I would think.
I'm sure. I wonder how many tickets he had to get. Hopefully they're reasonably priced. But I remember those days when you get to play close to home and you have so many people want to come and watch you play.
Reed on the carry for the Builders. He's ripped down from behind. That's Aaron Nice. We talked a lot about him in pregame. The freshman middle linebacker comes up and makes the stop, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that kid's a special player. Yeah, with 6.5 sacks in one game, and he's a freshman. But you see his speed, you see his quickness, and athleticism, him closing on that play and making the tackle for no gain.
2nd down and 10 after the Builders break the huddle, split Matt West to the bottom of the screen and twins in the tight end to the top side of the formation. Tatum takes the snap. He's looking toward Matt West. Going to throw it out there. One-on-one coverage. He overthrows the freshman wide out. It'll be 3rd and 10. Great coverage there on the play by Justin Hawley.
That was great coverage. It looked like the receiver might have slowed down a little bit. I mean, you hate to see that sometimes on these go routes. I mean, just go. I don't know if they don't think their quarterback can get it out there that far enough. They're scared they might overrun him. But just go, and leave it up to the quarterback to get it to you.
Had the one-on-one coverage there, but as I mentioned, excellent coverage from Hawley, the 5'9 junior from Maryland. Bridgewater fans getting into it. It's 3rd and 10. And Tatum going to call a timeout after the late substitution. Forced the play clock down as the Apprentice School will take a timeout. John's Tax Service is a proud community supporter of local sports, providing tax preparation and retirement planning services. John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services have been serving all of Hampton Roads for over 20 years. We're the best thanks to you, John's Tax Service. 3rd and 10 for the Builders here. If you're the Bridgewater defense and the coordinator for the Eagles, what are you preaching to your team here? Because you've given up a couple of big plays now in consecutive drives. What's the message in trying to get off the field here on 3rd and long?
Well, you want a big play. And you don't want them to think about the fact that they scored on you earlier or the fact that they moved the ball a little bit. You just want to keep your guys calm and say, look, we've been in these dog fights before. Hey, this is the team that had us up, about to go into halftime, and we came back and we beat them then. Yep. So, everybody just stay calm. It's still a very close game, a very good game. And, we just got to have some people rise up and make plays, to end drives and to give us a chance to, now get on track. But I don't think any team, either one of these teams are feeling like, okay, this team's got us right now.
Tatum, straight drop, 5-man rush for the Eagles, throws it out toward Corpus. He's going to be ushered out of bounds. He made the catch, I believe, but did not get the feet down. Coverage again there by Hawley. It'll be 4th down, and the Builder's going to have to punt.
Yeah, good coverage. He just missed him. Of course, college rules, all you need to get is 1 foot down, and he was very close, but didn't get that one toe end. But, not a bad throw, not a bad attempt. Obviously, they're comfortable throwing the ball, throwing it deep. On this team, they think that they can make some things happen there. They've been trying it, all game, and have come very close. So we will see.
Howell just gets the punt away. McLaughlin will take it at the 21-yard line. He's got some running room. Gets out across the 30, close to the 35. A flag on the play on the far side. Don't know if you saw what happened over there, but it's kind of in the neighborhood of maybe a hold or a block in the back.
Yes, no, I didn't see exactly what happened. I do see the cloth on the field. Very lucky. I mean, Howard was lucky to get that ball off. I mean, you had two people right there who were, really just a fingernail away from blocking that ball. So we'll see what the penalty is.
During the catch, we have holding, number 50, 10-yard penalty on the Bridgewater.
So a 10-yard penalty from where the kick was caught, since the hold was prior to the catch. And that'll back Bridgewater up inside the 15 to about the 12, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Anderson back out there for his second drive behind center for Bridgewater. Takes the snap and hands it off, and this is Robinson Jr., and he's got enough for a first down. Finds himself a little hole in the middle, a gain of 11.
A good job out of your line. You got Robinson there hiding behind those big guys. I mean, sometimes as a defensive player, it's hard to even see the running back, especially some of those shorter guys, those guys with the smallest stature. And then all of a sudden, when you see them, they'll pass you. You're holding your offensive lineman up, doing your job of standing him up, and then this running back just pops out of nowhere and flashes by you.
Snap and another handoff to Robinson right up the middle. This time he's met by Christian Walker. Actually, check that. That was Chase Gaines who made the stop. It'll be 2nd and about 5.
It looks like the Eagles are trying to now, hey, let's go in with a little bit of power football and see, can we move the ball? Can we change the dynamics in that capacity? And you're trying to run the ball. And, if you can establish a run, oftentimes it opens up the pass.
Snap and another handoff, and Robinson brought down after the corner blitz. Got there. Great job by Tyson Brown to make the stop. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, good job on that interior defensive line on that time, and they held their ground. There was nowhere to go. They made the stop, and now you have them in a huge 3rd down situation.
3rd and 6. Big play here for the Eagles. Ball on their own 27-yard line with about 5.5 minutes to play here until halftime. Reminder, Bridgewater took the opening kickoff after they won the toss. Rolling out to his right is Anderson. Pressure coming. He's hit as he throws. Pass is.
Did he catch that?
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to say he caught it.
Catch. Wow, what a catch.
That's Derek Jenkins with the catch. Brendan Hill, the defensive coordinator.
A great job by Jenkins. I mean, that's an incredible catch on any level. We'll have to see that in replay. Looks like he was sliding to the ground, and as he was falling, he reached back and was able to snag the ball out of the air. But, wow, what an incredible catch. Great play by that kid.
Yeah, big play on 3rd down, and now Bridgewater in business out near the 40-yard line for the first time today. Pump fake. Anderson looking to go long. Pressure coming, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. K'Twan Schuler and Josiah Beecham on the stop.
Yeah, I mean, he dropped back on that particular play, and he actually does more than one pump fake. He tried to pump it 2 or 3 times, and there just wasn't nowhere to go. Good job on the defense, and you might get one pump, but, in this league or any league, it's tough to get 2 and 3 pump fakes before one of the defensive linemen are on you.
Schuler's 5th sack of the year. Beecham improves to 2.5 sacks. It's 2nd and call it 17. Snap. Anderson going to roll to his left. Now steps up in the pocket. A lot of green grass in front of him as the quarterback has some room to move. He slides down as Beecham was coming in, and a late flag as I think Beecham may have touched his head with his hand. We'll see what the call is.
I think you're right. I mean, good job by the quarterback. There was nothing there. He tried to make something happen with his feet. Got as much as he can, then dove head first. Did he actually touch him, man? It's hard to tell on the replay whether or not he touched it.
Yeah, they waved
it off.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, good call by the officials. I didn't see anything there that was fragrant at all.
Thought he may have thought there was a face mask there, but either way, it's going to be 3rd and 6. Ball on the 43-yard line. Not been good on 3rd downs have Bridgewater been 2 of 7 today. Snap, play action. Anderson rolls to his right, has some pressure in front of him, avoids one, throws it out. Pass is caught by Montex Green inside Builder territory down to the 46 and enough for an Eagle first down.
Good job by the cornerback not panicking on that play. He certainly had pressure in his face, had people coming after him. He was able to be patient, move his feet a little bit, and find his receiver for a big first down.
Avoided Chandler Perry, the 6'2", 300 junior from Hampton. As Anderson gets the play call in, Beecham looks like he's coming, and he is. Beecham just missed the tackle the first time around. He ends up getting the half tackle, though, after he was stopped by Justin Dupree after a loss of 3.
Yeah, great job by the interior D-line. I mean, I think if they don't make that play, they may have had a big play. They were running, a counter and looked like nobody was there. They did blitz from the left side, and then the blitzer was able to get a hand on him. But, if he would have been able to pop that through and get to the second level, I think they would have had a huge play on their hands.
So Mensa a loss of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and a long 12. Snap to Anderson, looks to throw quickly. Pass is caught. What a catch on the slant by Freddie Watkins. Enough for a first down at the 35.
Oh, beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Receiver does a great job. I mean, really just catching that with his fingernails. I mean, as he was going to the ground, he was able to stretch out his arms and really just grab that ball with just the tips of his fingernails. So great catch.
Pretty good coverage on the play there as well. Just better thrown ball and a better catch.
Exactly.
Under 2 minutes to play until halftime. Bridgewater trying to punch it in before the halftime horn. Snap to Anderson. He's looking to throw. He pumps, throws it over the top. Pass is caught, staying in bounds, and a touchdown for the Eagles. That is Viante Tucker on the double move, and the Eagles an extra point away from tying this game.
Great throw, great catch, great route. Looked like the corner was beat on the right-hand side. He threw the ball just before the safety could get over there. The safety wasn't there in time. Threw the ball between the corner and the safety. Receiver made a great catch. Touchdown. That's how you draw it up.
Jackson Hendren on to attempt his 40th extra point of the year. He's made 36 of his previous 39. Snap. Flags are going to be on the play, and they blow it dead. We'll see what this ends up being. You saw some builders jump, but the fact that they blew it dead means there might have been a snap infraction. Freddie Watkins, the holder, and Blake Ashley is the long snapper. Let's hear from Scott Keister. So it's offsides. So they'll move it a yard and a half closer. And now we'll see if Hendren can knock it through. Snap, spot, kick is away, and it is good with 1:44 to play. We're knotted at 7. That's the first time Bridgewater's really been able to put together a drive, and they looked impressive offensively.
Oh, that certainly was a great play, great pass, great catch by the receiver. He threw it right between the corner and the safety, exactly where it had to be for his players to make a big play, make a touchdown, and end up tying this game up. I mean, I think you're seeing two very, like we said, evenly matched teams going into this game. Both of them were capable of running and passing, have had success through the season with both. It was a matter of what they were going to try today and what they thought would be effective against the opponent. I think we've seen it all from both sides, where they've tried to run the ball, have had limited success. Now they've thrown the ball a little bit and done a little bit better. But it's really all about not giving up the big play. You can hold them for 2 or 3 drives, but if you give up that 30, 40-yard play, then that gives them an opportunity to catch up with you or be on top. And I think we're going to see more of the same as this game progresses.
Hendren will boot the ball away for the Eagles. High end-over-end kick that will sail into the end zone over the head of Willis Walton for a touchback, and the Builders take over. 1st and 10 on the 25. A pair of timeouts for the Apprentice School.
Jack Hendren's kick into the end zone for a touchback.
An excellent opportunity here for the Apprentice School to try and get a 2-for-1. They'll get the opening kick in the second half.
Yes, I'm sure they would love to get something on the ball on the scoreboard now, go in with the lead, and knowing that they get the ball back, the second half. And of course, Coach is going to talk about, the last time these two teams met, and what the score was at halftime, and what they expect as far as effort is concerned. But as I said earlier, I don't think these teams. There's no doubt that they have.
Tatum throws in there. There's the flag as Corpus was drugged down from behind. So that'll be a free 15 for the Builders, and that puts them in business. I assume this is going to be a pass interference and not a defensive holding. Let's see. Oh, they say no foul on the play. So the pass is incomplete, and it'll be second down. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I think some of the fans disagree, but yeah, I think you're right. That's the right call.
I think Corpus slipped and the back shoulder throw, so it's 2nd and 10 for the Builders. Tatum looks to the sidelines, gets the play call. Takes the snap, has time in the pocket, throws it over the middle, pass is caught by TK Petty. Petty to the 40-yard line, trying to rip the ball free there was Amari Presley. TK holds on to it, enough for a quick first down, and the Bridgewater coaching staff on the far sideline not happy about something.
Good job by Tatum being patient. Till one of his men found the opening kind of in the zone of the defense. He was able to get the ball to him and move the sticks.
Ricardo Corpus with the back shoulder catch.
Yeah, beautiful back shoulder pass. Quarterback put it where only his guy could get it, really where only his guy even saw it coming. So, yeah, just like you draw it up, that was a nice pass.
Excellent coverage on the outside, but Corpus the better catch. Here's Tatum again quickly, and now a flag comes in. It'll be procedure on the Builders, back them up 5.
I didn't see who moved on that particular play. Did you see? Was it on the right side? Let's see what the ref said. On the Builders, but I didn't catch who that was on.
Yeah, I didn't hear a number either. Let's see if doesn't see it pop up on the stats page here yet either. So 1st and 15 for the Builders as clock moving at 1 minute now. Tatum with time, throws over the middle. TK Petty with the catch. Inside the 20, down to the 15 as he beat the defensive back Sean Harris, or rather the linebacker Sean Harris. Quickly the Builders to the line looking to spike it. But actually Vincent Brown will call a timeout. What a play there from TK Petty.
Yeah, beautiful. It's simply a 3-by-1 set. You had three receivers on the left spread out. They all ran goal routes. Tatum put the ball where he needed to put it, just over the defensive back's shoulder and to his man. And what a huge play with about a minute to go, less than a minute to go. So, yeah, as I said, these these quarterbacks are now realizing that they can throw the ball. I think they're calming down from the initial start of the game, feeling more comfortable. And I think the game plans are switched where, both coaches said, look, both defenses are doing a good job of running, of stopping us from running the ball. Let's throw the ball. And so you're seeing both sides throw the ball, saying, forget about being patient and trying to run it down their throat. Let's see if we can make some big plays happen on the outside.
Whether your child is competing as part of a football team, likes to ride a bike, or is on the road to Olympic glory, the multidisciplinary team at the CHKD Sports Medicine Program, located right here at the Sportsplex, is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of illness and injury in pediatric and college athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine. Tatum 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And flags come flying in. That's going to be procedure on the Builders right out of the timeout. You're not going to be happy if you're Vince Brown.
Not at all. You do all that work, do things right to get down there, put yourself in a position to score, and then you have a silly penalty like this that sets you back. So, coaches are never happy with those kind of plays.
So 1st and 15, now on the 21-yard line. Snap. Tatum hands it off to Reed up the middle. Reed gets back close to the original line of scrimmage, and Tatum wants to go quickly now. Clock ticking at 40 seconds. Builders have got to get set and go. They still do have a timeout, but don't want to use it yet. Tatum, play action, throws over the middle. Pass is caught by Nick Pierce, trying to get inside the 10, close to the first down marker at the 9. It'll be 3rd down and call it 2.
Tight end Nick Pierce on the reception.
Good quick throw by the quarterback, good catch across the middle. And they got to hustle and make sure they can get off another play without using the timeout.
Well, they got Reed on the run on the left side, or rather that's Curtis Green inside the 5 to the 4, and a timeout going to be called by the Apprentice School with 12 seconds left, as they'll have it 1st and goal on the 3. Time for what, 2 or 3 plays maybe, depending on?
If 2 plays is going to be stretching. I mean, the ball's going to have to come out of his hand pretty quickly, and can you get your guys on the field and get a field goal off before that time expires? It depends on where the ball is, and if you're going to go, you got to go for the end zone.
Well, the ball is sitting on the 3-yard line on the left hash as the Builders use their final timeout. Bridgewater with all 3 timeouts, so they can play a little bit of chess here. See the formation and adjust.
Yeah, they may let them line up, see exactly what formation, get a feel for what they think they're going to do. And if they don't have the right defensive alignment, or they think that they could have something better, they may choose to call a timeout.
So 1st and goal for the Builders. Corpus and Gertie split out wide right. Petty and West to the left side. Green in the backfield with Tatum. 1st and goal from the 3. Petty in motion. Tatum takes the snap, play action, looking, has time, throws it out toward Petty on the goal line. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Yes. Touchdown, Builders.
Great throw by Tatum. Initially, I thought he missed it. He looked at him. The receiver was there. He had him. If the ball would have came out quickly, and he pulled it back in. Then he turns around and he pulls it back in, hesitate, pump fakes. Then he throws it to him. The receiver could see the ball coming, made the adjustment, made the catch, got the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. But on that first pump, you look like, oh, why didn't he let it go with the defender having his back to him? But, he was able to do that on that second pump and get the touchdown. Great job by the Builders.
Morgan's extra point is up and good with 5 seconds left. Builders take a 14-7 lead. That was dangerous, though, from Petty. He turned back to the inside with no timeouts. If that knee would have touched, you're not going to get another playoff.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. If you're going to get a playoff right there, you're kind of in that go, no-go zone, with 10, 12 seconds left is, the play has to be quick. We get rid of the ball, we move on to have another play, or, you take the risk of not having enough time, not trying to being able to get people out there for a field goal and, ultimately having to, go into halftime without that score. But that was a big play, nice throw by the quarterback, great catch, and they certainly got to feel good about that right before the half.
Well, we'll see Morgan kick it off. Maybe one play from Bridgewater, depending on the return. But you can't draw that up hardly any better if you're the Apprentice school, giving Bridgewater only 5 seconds of possession before you get the ball right back to start the second half.
Yeah, you got to feel good about that. I mean, you want to make something happen in your last possession. And, again, as you said, knowing that you get the ball back in the second half. And I think everybody, every coach wants to be in that particular position. Your team playing well, your team scoring right before the half, and knowing that your team gets the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
Squib kick fielded by Aaron Nice.
Aaron Nice takes the kick and immediately downs the ball.
And so the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line with 4 seconds left. We'll see if they just take this one to the house or if they run a play. It looks like they're going to take a knee and head to the half.
Yeah, I don't think you risk anything right here. It's not worth it. I mean, you don't want to get anybody hurt. You don't want to lose possession. I mean, there's not much can happen in 3 or 4 seconds. So
there's the kneel. So halftime here at the Sportsplex. This game has been built up as two teams very closely contested to one another, and it has proven to be just that. Apprentice School 14, Bridgewater 7 at the break. We'll step aside. And when we return after a word from some of our sponsors, we'll take a look back at the first half and some of the stats and highlights from that first half before we get the second half underway. Again, Builders 14, Eagles 7 at the break. We'll step aside and be back after this message.
Perform their competition show.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. You need John Maynard. PFP, LUTCF, EA, all those initials behind his name mean he's qualified to work on your taxes. He's an ATA, accredited tax advisor. He's an ATP, accredited tax preparer. He's a fellow at NTPI, the National Tax Practice Institute. And if all that weren't enough, he's also been voted the best of Norfolk and the best of Virginia Beach Awards. John Maynard has been professionally trained in tax preparation and representation. He brings to the table over 30 years' experience in federal and state returns. He delivers personalized, one-on-one service, and he's a certified electronic filer. The IRS likes electronic filers. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service, 455-6763.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
Guys going.
Who wants burgers?
Ooh, what you got there? It's the DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. Oh, that is 5 tasty burgers right there. Oh, there goes the spicy flamethrower and loaded A1 Signature Stack Burgers.
Yes. Go, Mom. Go, Mom.
And there goes the rest of them.
Woo! Go, Mom.
Hey, don't worry. You're still the cool mom.
Thank you.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Earn $300 with everything checking from Dollar Bank. Then do your thing.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you. Whenever,
wherever,
however.
Coming up on the 32nd point in that countdown, T-minus 30 seconds, and we've had a go for auto sequence start. The SRB hydraulic power units have started. T-minus 21 seconds. Solid rocket booster gimbal is now underway. T-minus 15 seconds.
That's the Great Bridge Marching Wildcats and their halftime show, Planetary.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
Earn $300 with everything checking from Dollar Bank. Then do your thing.
Welcome back to the Virginia Beach Sportsplex as the Builders of the Apprentice School have a 14-7 lead on Bridgewater at the half alongside former Philadelphia Eagle William Fuller, Walker McCrary. Take a quick look at the scoreboard and some scores of interest as we get ready to start the second half here at the Sportsplex. Number 3, Michigan trailing Illinois 17-16 with 2 minutes left inside the Big House. That would be a shock if Michigan loses to Illinois 1 week ahead of that big matchup, Ohio State-Michigan next week.
That would be huge.
Vanderbilt 8 seconds away from beating Florida. They're up 31-24. They're in Nashville right now. Other scores of interest, Appalachian State leading Old Dominion 17-0 early second quarter. TCU just barely beats Baylor 29-28. Virginia Tech just barely beats Liberty 23-22. But here at the Neptune Bowl, 14-7 first half, Apprentice School leading Bridgewater. We mentioned a very defensive first quarter. I don't know that the defenses went away in the second quarter, but the offenses finally came to life.
Yeah, the offenses were able to hit some big plays. I don't think the defenses went anywhere. I mean, they've done a good job of containing the running game, and for the most part, limiting the quarterback's capacity to beat them deep and score big plays in bunches. And so it's kind of a tough back and forth game that I think we all anticipated from both these programs. They're both extremely aware of each other. I think respect each other, and haven't been hardened and toughened by the ODAC schedules they've played in the past. And so I don't think it's a situation where Bridgewater is looking past them, was looking past them. I think they ultimately respect them, give them the ultimate respect. But it's a good game. It's the type of game you like to see in a bowl game. Like to see that's good for the fans. Having a close game, good for the kids who you're probably 75-80% of these kids are from Virginia. The families that had the opportunity to see their kids play, and so this is what you like. I don't want to see a blowout. I want to see a good football game, and I think that's what we've seen. We haven't seen a whole lot of sloppy play, turnovers. We turned two good competitive teams that are going at each other, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
The Apprentice School with nearly 100 more yards of offense in the first quarter, and we spoke to that just being the case in thinking about how the Apprentice School was able to move the ball. But Curtis Green has been electric. I keep saying, he's an electrician by trade at the Apprentice School. 121 yards on the ground today with the long 54-yard touchdown run.
Wow, that's impressive. I knew he was having a great day, but I really didn't realize that it was 121 yards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is wonderful for that kid. Obviously, Bridgewater is going to have to do something about that, or it's going to continue to be a long, long day for them.
And it's not to say that Bridgewater hasn't moved the ball. They have 171 yards of offense so far, and they average somewhere around 300 and some odd yards, 362 yards of offense. So they're pretty much on track to hit their average. It's just that the Apprentice School, 262 yards of offense in that first half.
Oh yeah, and sometimes the best defense is offense.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Vice versa. So yeah, you look at both teams. They're giving it their best shot. So it should be an exciting second half.
The second half about to get underway here as Bridgewater will boot it away, and Willis Walton will catch at the 6 and look to make a return. Walton to the 10, cuts it right up the middle to the 15 and the 20, makes a couple men miss. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll actually spot it right on the 25, and that's where the Builders will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. So let's see what adjustments this Bridgewater defense has made at halftime. Again, gave up 262 yards of offense in the first half. That's almost to what they've allowed all year on average. They only have given up 326 yards on average a game. And the Builders 90% of the way to that number.
Well, I'm sure the coach, defensive coach, head coach, all the coaches weren't happy about that. But until you put out that fire, they're going to continue to light it, and continue to feed you more and more of that run.
Larry Reed on the carry for the Builders, stopped by Tristan Gordon as well as Daniel Santos. It'll be second and 7. I call it second and 6, and whistles as we stop play as the football was. Nobody spotted the football. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Yeah. The offense said, I'll do it.
Tatum, play action, throws it right over the middle. Pass is caught by TK Petty. Petty trying to outrun the Eagles defense.
Wow.
Petty
Wow.
inside the 30 and a great tackle.
Wow. That's
saving
a
the touchdown, Bow West.
Throw. That's a big-time throw. Great throw by the quarterback. Great route as well. I mean, he looked like he ran the seam almost like a post route, and the quarterback zips it in there. He gets the ball, and there's no catch. Then he just outran everybody. I mean, yeah, they were lucky that wasn't a touchdown. Great play. You want to start it. You want to start the second half just like that.
First and 10 for the Builders. Ball in the Eagles territory at the 25. Tatum, play action, throws it over the middle again, this time thrown behind his intended target, and the pass will fall incomplete. And a little bit slow to get up there was Petty as he got twisted up. He'll gingerly run off the field.
Yeah, as you said, that ball was definitely a little bit behind Petty, but, he had him. He had him. I mean, there's no doubt about the fact that, these Builders feel confident about what they've been able to do offensively, and they're coming out and trying to make sure they can get right back on track and continue to do what they did in the first half.
Second and 10 for the Apprentice School. Tatum, play action, a lot of pressure, gets the ball out quickly, though. Pass is incomplete. Jenkins couldn't hang on to it after he was hit hard by Val West. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he just missed him on that. It was a good route by the receivers. Tatum tried to catch him on that out, and just missed him by just a hair.
So 3rd and 10. Let's see what the Builders have up their sleeve here. Single receiver split out to the top of your screen. Twins and a tight end to the bottom. Tatum steps up, throws the ball toward Corpus. Double coverage, and the pass falls incomplete. And Let's check on Corpus as well as Val West, as they both took a hard hit on one another. Tried to fit it in a window, and Corpus back up, but Val West.
Yeah, Val West looks like he's in a lot of pain. I didn't see exactly what happened. I don't know what happened. But
immediately took off the helmet, and we hope that everything is good there.
You hate to see that. Okay, he's.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
He'll sit out of play. Maybe, hopefully, just got the breath knocked out of him. Maybe, came down on the shoulder weird.
That happens. Yeah, you get a little stinger. I mean, we've all had those.
Yes.
Little
you probably more than me.
Yeah, that little jolt, almost like an electric shock, and it just kind of incapacitates you for just a few seconds, and then you're able to get up and go.
So Jeremiah Morgan on to attempt a 42-yard field goal from the left hash. His long in the year is 49. He's 13 of 17 on the season. Good snap, good hold. The kick is on its way. Low line drive, but it missed wide left.
No good, wide left.
The Bridgewater coaching staff in the press box next to us pumped about that, as they know how good Jeremiah Morgan is, and he doesn't mess up often, but that time just pushed it a little bit too far down the hash.
Yeah, they're fortunate that they didn't get allow them to get a score on that possession. But coming out of halftime, it still was a good possession. It was a good drive. You got to feel good about their ability to move the ball, what they did on that. And again, this is going to be back and forth. There'll be plays made by both teams, and it's going to be such a great fourth quarter when we get there. I mean, not to say that it's not great right now. I'm enjoying every minute of it, but you can see that the fight is in both of these teams, and it will be there throughout this entire ball game.
Anderson play action, has time in the pocket, but that time is taken away as K-Twan Schuler beats his block around the outside and drags down the quarterback from behind.
Man, I'm so impressed about these builders, man. Their toughness, their grit on both sides of the ball, and I think they take pride in that. I mean, that's what they're all about, as far as their school and what their school does, as far as the type of works. More gritty, more industrial, building ships, pipe fitters, that kind of thing. So they take a lot of pride in that, and you can see that they're tough. They're battling out here right now.
K-Twan Schuler, a sophomore rigger on the Shipyards. Handoff this time to Mensah. Mensah makes some running room. He'll be close to a first down. They're going to give him the first down as he picks up to the 35, but there's a flag on the play, sitting back on about the 23.
We might bring all this back. It looks like in the area where it's holding.
Holding. Number 72, the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
Richard Fox III, the person who committed the penalty, 6'3", 290 sophomore from Hampton. So it's not quite a homecoming, but it's pretty close. It's here in the 757.
Oh, yeah, close enough, no doubt about it. As I said, you got to be excited about all the Virginia kids.
Rolling out is Anderson. He finds his target near the original line of scrimmage, pickup of about 12 on the play. That was Montex Green who made the catch. It'll be third down, call it 8.
Yeah, nice little throw to his left near the sideline. Nice completion. Gonna keep that ball moving, keep the chains moving.
Bridgewater splits twins to either side. 12 minutes to play here in the third. Their first drive of the second half after they get a missed field goal from the Builders. Snap to Anderson. Has time in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Pass is caught. Enough for a first down. This is Green again. And Green chased down from behind, shy of the 45-yard line. That was Josh Bendix on the stop for the Builders.
Yeah, outstanding protection for the quarterback on this throw. I mean, he had all day. He could pat the ball a little bit. He was extremely comfortable. But, yeah, offensive line did exactly what you want them to do in keeping that pass rush, keeping those linemen away from their quarterback on that particular play. He had plenty of time to throw.
Bendix and Green both shaken up on the play, but both walk off under their own power. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 44-yard line as our officiating crew from the Old Dominion Athletic Conference makes their way to break up all those huddles, and we're about to get back underway. 1st and 10 for Bridgewater. A run for Mensah. Mensah lowers the boom and gains 8 yards on the play before being brought down by Josiah Beecham. Be 2nd and 2.
A good job by Mensah just taking it off the right side. It looked like that play was initially designed to go inside the tackle, but I think he made an adjustment, popped it outside where he saw a lot of blue sky and just, got what he could, and a nice gain on 1st down.
By the way, just got an update on my phone. Michigan kicked a game-winning field goal, so they survive in Illinois. Play action, Anderson going to look long, throws it out there. Good coverage by Jyshawn Jackson, but still almost making the catch out there was Viante Tucker, who almost out-jumped Jyshawn.
Yeah, worth a try. I mean, you see so much of that in football now. It used to be where you throw to an open receiver. Now you got a big, strong, tall receiver. You try to get him 50-50 balls and say, you tell him, you go get it. If you can't get it, you make sure the defensive back don't get it.
3rd down and 2. Full playbook open for Bridgewater here. We'll see what the Eagles try to do here. Down 7. Handoff to Mensah. He's got a 1st down as he rumbles his way inside the 45 to the 41. Pickup of 7 and enough for an Eagle 1st down as they convert another 3rd down.
Yeah, I think Bridgewater realizes that, hey, if they're going to win this game, that they're going to have to be more physical and they're going to have to run the ball. I mean, especially when you look at all the success that the Apprentice school had on them in the first half.
5 of 10 now on 3rd downs is Bridgewater. 1st and 10 for the Eagles inside Builder territory. Rolling out, pressure coming, and he is hit hard. J.T. Dupree going to get credit for that sack on Anderson as he really had nothing as he rolled out to his right.
No, he didn't. I mean, I was watching the D-line. It'll be interesting to see how well the coverage was on the back end. I'm assuming that it was because he patted that ball a couple of times and then the defensive line got to him.
2nd and 15 for Bridgewater on the 46 of the Apprentice school.
2nd and 15, you love this as a defensive lineman. Say, look, I'm rushing the quarterback. You run, draw, screen, you do what you want to, but I'm coming after the quarterback.
3-man rush for the Builders. Now Anderson off to his left. He tucks it and runs, tackled from behind Javion Walker.
Good job by the offensive line, giving him a little bit of protection. He breaks out of there and looks like the quarterback was going to run for a big game, but look at that big D lineman. That's how I used to run like that. Man, he's striding. But you like to see, I mean, again, some people look at this game and look at these guys this size, 280, 300, 290, and don't think that they're athletes. These guys can run.
Yeah. Javion, 6'2", 230 from Richmond. Almost forced that fumble on the sidelines as well. And now a lot of movement. That'll be a false start on Bridgewater. It should back them up. So the 5-yard penalty backs them up behind the sticks and makes it 3rd and 11.
Mm-hmm. Now, these teams are so evenly matched, man. It's really going to come down to, who makes the critical mistake, in the last minutes of the game. But, the rules got to be don't hurt yourself. If we don't gain anything, don't put ourselves in a bad position.
Lobbed up, it's intercepted by Beecham. Beecham trying to make something happen on the sidelines. He's outrunning the Eagle defense, and he is tackled out of bounds by Mensah. Josiah Beecham his first interception of the season, and the Builders in business. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Quarterback, there's nothing there, throw it away. Be careful about where you throw it. There was just a crowd of Builders over there. I mean, I think that one of three probably could have intercepted that ball. I mean, that was not a great decision by the quarterback or a great throw.
So they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on the Builders. I'm guessing on the celebration at the end.
Yeah, okay.
No, he didn't. He threw it down. That's ludicrous. Go back to junior high.
I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, you see some of the coaches are arguing. I think they don't like the spot. They're saying it's 15-yard penalty, but it'd be from the 20, not the – well, they're calling it from the spot of the foul. Let's see.
Coach Scorpio Brown next to us says, yeah, they were right.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got coaches right next to you. They're banging on our window. Hey.
Scorpio, as that's a carry for the Builders, short gain there. Scorpio Brown, the passing game coordinator for the Builders, had played at Hampton and then had some time in the Arena League before getting into the coaching game.
Yeah, enjoy speaking with him this week, man. He's so proud of these kids, and he stands up for them and, proud of this entire Builder program and just enjoys what he does. I mean, you can just sense the passion in these coaches when you hear them speak about the kids and their programs.
2nd and 8 for the Apprentice school. Snap, Tatum, play action, going to throw it out wide. Pass is caught by TK Petty, snagged it with one hand, and he's got enough for the first down.
Great one-handed catch by Petty, just like you draw it up, huh? Good job of him. Good throw by the quarterback, keeping those chains moving. We have a first down.
That was a fantastic one-handed grab. Just kind of stuck that left hand out there and brought it in. Turned back inside and got the first down.
Man, you see so much of that these days. You wonder, is it the gloves? Is it the gloves? Are they that sticky, or are these kids just that good?
Probably a mixture of both. Sometimes I think they should make two-handed grabs and they just decide to go one-handed. That time, trying to find Petty, but it's incomplete.
You think they're showing off? Is that what you're saying?
I think sometimes they are. You watch some games where they jump up and make the one-handed grab here. Like you can't get the second hand
You could have got the hand up.
You don't have to go one-handed.
Yeah, a little different than
trying to get that
Yeah. Put a little flash, huh?
Trying to get on SportsCenter top 10 is what they're trying to do. 2nd and 10 for the Builders. Ball on the Eagle 33. Petty in motion. They fake the pitch to him and then throw it toward Green. Ball's loose on the ground. I think that was it was probably more lateral than forward. We'll see who comes up off of it. Bridgewater says they have it. Clock's going to stop as they filter through the pile here. Curtis Green tried to get on it.
Yeah, interesting. I like to see. I couldn't tell if the running back was behind the quarterback, if he pitched that backwards or, was it a fumble? I think if they come up with the ball, they're ruling it a fumble. And it was. That's a turnover. The Eagles have the ball.
Waiting on the official rule from the referees as they're talking about, I imagine, whether or not it was a forward pass or not.
Yeah. When you see the Eagles celebrating, we'll see but the referees are huddling up, and they ultimately have the last word. So you're right. We'll see what they say.
That's an incomplete pass.
It's incomplete. Okay.
That was a lateral. That wasn't a pass.
You probably hear the fans in the background here disagreeing with those refs. A lot of boos and saying that was a lateral. So it was pretty close. It's hard to tell from this angle.
It was very close to being lateral. Don't know if we can pull up the YouTube stream and rewind on our screen to be able to tell if that was a forward pass or not. Regardless, it's 3rd and 10. And everybody but the center moved.
Yeah.
Let's see who they call this on.
Yeah,
Let's
literally. That's on the Builders. Well, you're right. I mean, literally.
I wanted to see who they gave the false start to, if they gave a number or not. But
you guys, if you're seeing this, I mean, there's no hyperbole there. Literally, everybody moved but the center. So maybe he forgot to snap.
Tatum was waiting on the football. Everybody else on the planet had moved. So 3rd and 15. Tatum takes the snap, straight drop. Now rolls out to his right, has a lot of green grass in front of him. Tatum trying to get close to the line, lowers his shoulder. It'll be close to the line to gain. We'll see if he was short or not. Builders say he's got a first down, but Scott Keister says it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, great job by Tatum. I mean, once there was nothing there, he saw that he had a chance to run, and I mean, he ran. And put his shoulder down, tried to get the first down, came extremely close. But, again, I think this tells you a lot about this football team, their attitude. I mean, it even flows down to the quarterback. What a gutsy play. Try to get the first down and keep the ball moving for his team. So we'll see what happens here on 4th and 1. 4th and 2. It's a long 2.
Yeah, it's closer to 2 than it is 1. Got to get to about the 23-yard line. Tatum just going to keep it himself. Find some running room. He's got through. 10-5 and a touchdown for Mason Tatum.
That's what I said about that gutsy quarterback. Yeah, they left the ball in his hands. A great move by Dim. He just, we've got another flag. This got to be a celebration again after the play. But, yeah, great job by Tatum. He faked it to the outside, planted that foot, cut back inside, and then he had nothing but green grass all the way, or green turf all the way to the end zone. Great job by him. Great call.
So we'll check the flag to make sure, but like you said, William, I think this has got to be a celebration penalty.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a late flag after the play.
So the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. We having some technical difficulties with our referee's microphone. You hear it get louder and quieter all in the same breath. So here's Jeremiah on to attempt the point after. It's on its way, and it is true. So the Builders up 21-7 after a great 4th down effort there from Mason Tatum.
Yeah, it was an excellent effort, and again, Mason did a great job with his feet. He's done a great job all game as far as his decision making. And again, the coaches talked about it earlier in the week when we met with them, how much they were impressed with him, and what a leader he was, his leadership qualities, his effort, his being an example. And I think what you're seeing now, what he's doing on the field, is just a simple, is who he is, and is what he does every day, for this program, and what he has done, during his career. It really is an example, again, as I talked about, that toughness, of this Builders program.
Hey, football fans, looking for points you can count on every time? Then stop by Atlantic Union Bank for better personal checking and better business checking. Our products are designed to help you score your best financial life possible. Big league services with a hometown feel. That's Atlantic Union Bank. Stop by your local branch or visit AtlanticUnionBank.com and open an account today. Atlantic Union Bank, member FDIC. So after the unsportsmanlike, Morgan will boot it away from the 20. Should set up Bridgewater with some pretty good field position here.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have to face it. I mean, you look at the yards gained and, what the Apprentice School has done and what they continue to do. This team has probably been a little bit more physical than this Bridgewater team.
Deontay Tucker returns it close to midfield, and it's starting to get a little chippy.
All those love taps, they're just saying, I appreciate you, man.
I don't think the referees will start to see it that way, though, William.
No, not at all. Oh, yeah, it's just part of the game. It's part of the game.
So the ball's on the 49. Bridgewater, this isn't a must-score drive, but it kind of has that feeling that the Bridgewater's at least got to get some points on the board here to get a little bit of momentum back.
I think you're right. When you're talking 21-7 and looking how the game is gone, and the fact that they haven't truly been able to stop Apprentice, they got to make something happen here now if they want to have an opportunity to win this ball game.
Thrown underneath for Tyler Gillum. He'll gain about 5 on the play before he was wrestled down by Jyshawn Jackson. It'll be 2nd and 5, as that's a good play on first down for the Eagles.
Yes, that is. That sets them up in 2nd and 5 or 6, and so right now they're headed to change. So, but they got to keep that. They got to keep that going. They don't have any time to waste, like you talked about. This clock's moving fast, and we'll be in the, in the fourth quarter before you know it.
2nd and 5 here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, home of CHKD Sports Medicine. This is the Neptune Bowl presented by Doubletree by Hilton. Virginia Beach that's a great catch on the outside by Derek Jenkins, and he's got a first down at the 39-yard line.
No, good job by the receiver knowing exactly what the yards were, what he needed to gain to get the first down, and so he was just over that line. Nice quick throw by the quarterback, throwing it to the out, giving his receiver the only chance to catch that ball.
Right now, Bridgewater, 230 yards of offense. That's what the Builders have given up on average per game this year. On the flip side, the Apprentice School, 364 of offense. That's what Bridgewater's given up on average every year. So the offenses have really outperformed what the defenses have been able to do throughout the season, as big Josiah Ashner, check that, no, that's Isaiah Thompson, comes in to get the sack along with JT Dupree.
Yeah, they showed a 4-man front, and then they brought the 5th guy coming off the edge and just got immediate pressure. I mean, that's what we've saying as far as, if they want to have a chance to Bridgewater to win this game, they're going to make some things happen. To do that, they got to throw the ball. To do that, they got to protect the quarterback. And, of course, the Apprentice knows that, and they're going to bring some people. They're going to say, we're not going to just let you sit back there and bake a cake and throw it at will.
Well, you look at the defensive backs now here for Apprentice on this 2nd and long play. Anderson steps up in the pocket. He's wrapped up by K'Twan Schuler. Get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a yard on the play, but K'Twan just kind of swam off of his block and ends up wrapping him up.
Yeah, excellent job by the defensive line and the defensive ends in particular. They're getting upfield, but sometimes you get upfield 6 or 7 yards, you run by the quarterback. They're doing a good job of getting at the right depth, realizing the quarterback is now going to duck under and try to go to the sideline, but they're coming back and making sure that we not only rush, but we rush that quarterback.
Builder down on the field. The training staff attends to him. One life, one inspired life. We're here to help. Start your new membership today at any one of our 8 convenient Hampton Roads locations, or go online to onelifefitness.com. That's one spelled out, lifefitness.com, to claim a free trial pass. See head coach Vincent Brown with the training staff for the Builders, out checking on the injured player. It's going to be 3rd and long when play resumes here. It's going to be a very important play for Bridgewater. That's Rochard Phipps, who's jogging off under his own power. That's a great sign to see.
Absolutely.
6 foot 250 insulator, a sophomore from Richmond, is Rochard, playing that defensive end position.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this defensive line. They've done a good job all game of really containing this Bridgewater team, Bridgewater offense.
3rd and 19. Ball on the 48-yard line of the Apprentice School. Bridgewater got to get at least half of this. In the pocket, Anderson flips it out. Pass is caught by Robinson Jr., and he's hit hard from behind at the original line of scrimmage. That's Javion Walker on the stop, and it'll be 4th and 10, and I think this is kind of no man's land. You got to go for it.
Yeah, they have to go for it. Defensive line did another good job of containing the quarterback, getting pressure on him, not letting him get out of the pocket and run for it. He had just enough time to get rid of the ball, get part of that yardage back, about 10 yards, to put him in a 4th and 10. They have to go for this. Time's moving fast as far as the clock is concerned.
4th and 10, Bridgewater. Got to get to the 30, if not inside the 30. Snap to Anderson, straight drop, pressure right in his face. He underthrew it as Christian Walker came right up the middle untouched. took Anderson to the ground. Turnover on downs. Builders have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, Apprentice School is not shy in bringing a 4th or 5th rusher, and that time they brought a guy, I think they had a linebacker to spy, and then he's going to check the quarterback and make sure he doesn't run, and if he doesn't run and he sees an opening, then I'm going to go ahead and attack and go get that sack, and they did a great job of doing that. So good job by the defense, good call on defense, and they seem to be trying to put the final touches on this.
If Apprentice School holds on to win, it will be the most successful season in program history. Never before has the Apprentice School had a winning percentage of 900 or better, as Nick Pierce gets close to a 1st down on the completion from Tatum. The Builders have won 9 games before one time. They finished 9-3 in that season, finishing as the national champions in club football across the nation. But now under Vincent Brown, trying to play a closer to Division III schedule.
Yeah, you got to be proud of these kids, got to be proud of that entire program. And again, talking about what we talked about early on at the beginning of the broadcast was, what they had gone through and the sacrifices they had to make to bring them to where they are now. As far as, COVID, everybody know how that impacted every, athletic program in the country. But, hey, they shut down the facilities. Yeah. These guys had no locker room. They canceled the season, but they needed that for COVID relief. Yep. And so, these kids were devastated. I mean, we're football players. Yeah. You take it away from us, man. We feel like we lost it all. We don't have anything to live for. And, to have that disruption, then they come back and, struggle with the season, but now put together this incredible run this season has you give them a lot of credit.
Tatum to Nick Pierce, and Nick Pierce being featured in the passing game more often today than he has all year. He's got enough for a 1st down. Pierce now with 4 catches. He came into the day with just 14 on the season. As Tucker Harris makes the stop for the Eagles, but the Builders knocking on the door again with 1:30 to play here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Coach Brown has to be, really, really excited and happy about what he's seen today, and the performance they're putting on, and all around, just on both sides of the ball, on special teams. I mean, we haven't really seen a sloppy football game.
No.
We haven't just seen something that, looks haphazardly, not put together, the kids not into it, not well coached, not at all. You got 2 good teams, going against one another, and I think both sides were well prepared for the most part.
Tatum again finds Pierce, his 5th catch of the day. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 inside the red zone. Snap. Quarterback keeper. Tatum right up the middle. He'll get to the 15 before he's hit hard by big 95 Tristan Gordon, a 6'1 junior from Shenandoah. Be 3rd and short now for the Builders. And that might be the last play of the 3rd quarter, as it looks like the Builders content to take this thing to the 4th. 10 seconds to play in the quarter as both teams standing out there, but Mason Tatum on the sidelines. That will be the end of the 3rd quarter. The Apprentice School up 21-7 on Bridgewater in this 2nd Neptune Bowl game presented by Doubletree by Hilton Virginia Beach. 4th quarter coming your way after this.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
wherever,
however.
What could get these guys going?
Who wants burgers?
Ooh, what you got there? It's the DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. Oh, that is 5 tasty burgers right there. Oh, there goes the spicy flamethrower and loaded A1 Signature Stack Burgers.
Yes. Go, Mom. Go, Mom.
And there goes the rest of them.
Woo! Go, Mom.
Hey, don't worry. You're still the cool mom.
Thank you.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Builders have it 3rd and 3, excuse me, as play resumes here in the fourth quarter. William Fuller, Walker McCreary here on the call as Lawrence Reed gains a yard on 3rd and 3 to make it 4th and 2, and Jeremiah Morgan will trot out to try and kick a short field goal.
Yeah, this is a big field goal here. I mean, this will put them up, 3 scores?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
He's 0 for 1 in field goal attempts today. He missed a 42-yarder earlier wide left. This one going to be from 31. High snap. Jystad gets it down. Kick is on its way, and it is good.
Yeah.
So the Builders take a 24-7 lead here early in the fourth quarter. 17 points. Now Bridgewater not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but this drive has to come up with points.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, in this crazy game, and we've seen
that's true.
All sorts of examples of you're never out of it until the end of the game. And 14 minutes is a lifetime in football. But to you and I sitting here and watching this game and how it's flowed, it does feel like that. If the Eagles can't get anything going right now, it's about over. But never say it's over till it's over. But I'm just thinking that they need to show us some more fire, and the fact that they can move the ball down the field and move it at a pretty quick pace to get back in this thing.
Eat better, feel better. We're bursting with fresh flavors. We offer grab-and-go catering and box lunches. Tropical Smoothie Cafe on Princess Anne Road, right across the street from TCC. Jeremiah Morgan set to kick it away to Bridgewater. 24-7 lead for the Builders. Morgan kicks it away toward the sidelines. This is going to roll out of bounds, and Bridgewater will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35, unless they want Jeremiah to re-kick it, which I don't think they will. They'll probably put it on the 35 and take the field position here. So now it's the story of, can Bridgewater move the football down the field? They've been able to move the football here in the second half. The only time they touched it, but Anderson threw the interception to Beecham. We've seen Bridgewater move the football, just have not been able to see any kind of success in terms of on the scoreboard from it.
Exactly right.
Pass is complete to Jamel Johnson.
Nice
gain of 11, first down.
Yeah, nice throw on first down, but I think you're going to see the Builders give them the easy underneath stuff, but right now you can't get beat over the top. You can't give them a big play, an immediate score of 50, 60-yard touchdown. So you give them some of that short stuff, come up and make the play. Hopefully you can bat down the ball. They drop a ball and they have to be in a 2nd, 3rd and long.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Anderson, time in the pocket. Now he'll tuck it and run. He's got green grass in front of him across midfield. He'll slide his way down. Javion Walker ushers him to the ground. It'll be 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard run from the senior quarterback.
The Builders have done a good job of playing soft on early downs, giving them opportunity to throw the ball, trying to get rushed, with the 3 men, but then they'll bring that 4th or 5th guy kind of, in the latter downs, in the 2nd and 3rd long downs.
Man in motion for Bridgewater. They've got twins to the bottom of the screen and a flag on the play. I think there might have been early movement.
Yeah, you saw on that where they started to bring those linebackers up, and they were getting in a position to bring that third or fourth rusher to attack this offense and not let him scramble, let him have all day.
So that'll back it up to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 5th penalty of the day on Bridgewater. Snap to Anderson. Pressure coming. Finds his way to getting the ball away, but the pass is incomplete, intended for Kyle Beck. Great coverage on the play by the defensive end, J.T. Dupree.
Yeah, great coverage. Good job by the defense. And they show a little cover 2 look, and then they'll drop out of that and bring a safety down and really just have one single high safety. And that's the way you should play it. I mean, just don't let anybody get over the top. Go up and make those short gain tackles, and, we'll be okay.
So 3rd and 10. Builders look like they're going to bring pressure off of the left side. Now Christian Walker backs off of it. Trips to the bottom of the screen. And flag on the play. It'll be a delay of game as they couldn't get the snap off. So 3rd and 15 now.
I didn't see it. The fans saw it before anybody else. And they were yelling at us. Throw the flag. The clock's at 0.
3rd and 15. Same formation for the Eagles. Got to get to the Builder 44. Snap. Anderson, straight drop. Throws over the middle. Pass is caught. And that should be enough for a first down as Derek Jenkins found his way across the middle for a 15-yard pitch and catch.
Yeah, great route, great throw by the quarterback. Just a nice little slant in the middle. Quarterback was able to hit him in stride. He made the first down.
1st and 10 as Tayon Reed gets the stop, and a flag going to come in as I believe the Builders are going to get tagged with too many men on the field. So they were trying to sub in some players, and Bridgewater was trying to go quickly. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So that gives Bridgewater 5 more yards to the 38-yard line. First and 5 for Bridgewater. 12:25 to play. Anderson takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, and throws to the far sideline where he finds an open Viontae Tucker for another Eagle first down.
Another nice throw by Anderson. Nice little quick out. Running right at those sticks. The receivers are, and the quarterback's finding them. Able to move the chains.
So first down, 10 yards to go for the Eagles as they're moving the ball as well as they have all day on this drive. Snap to Anderson. Pressure coming off the corner blitz. Anderson steps up. He'll tuck it and run, and he's wrapped up by Dupree and thrown down to the turf at the 23. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It looked like it was a delayed blitz on that. And was able to get pressure on the quarterback. He scrambled a little bit, then had to take off and run. Was able to make something out of nothing.
Anderson going to take the snap. He'll hand off to Mensah. Mensah's got running room to the 10. He lowers the boom inside the 5. Can he get to the goal line? He'll be tackled just short at the 1 as Mensah laid the boom down on that play.
Wow. What a run by Mensah. Great run, great power run. I mean, he just would not be denied. He lowered his hand at the end and took on one blocker, bowled him over, and ran through 2 other blockers. I mean, looking like a little mini Earl Campbell out there.
Mensah tried to get in from the 1. He was stopped short by the defensive front by the Builders. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
It's a nice drive by the Eagles if they can get this in. This could be a difference maker. What we talked about is they have to do something on this drive.
Mensah. He's going to be stopped short again. J.T. Dupree in on the stop, as well as I believe that was Chandler Perry. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, not much room inside this Builders interior line, so they did a good job of stuffing the run, stuffing those gaps, making sure the running back had nowhere to run.
Builders going with the heavy set defensively, bringing on Chase Gaines, K-Twan Schuler. Expecting a heavy dose of the run here from Bridgewater. Power eye set. Quarterback keeper, Anderson trying to get in, and he is in. Touchdown, Eagles. Took him a while to figure out if Anderson was laying in the end zone or not. As Malcolm Anderson, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And now the question is, point after, or, well, I guess, down 11, you'd rather get the point after than miss the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're just going to go ahead and make the kick.
Hendren on to attempt the point after. Snap spot. There's a flag on the play, as I think the Builders jumped. The point after was good, so you might see this penalty just declined, and let's move on. And that's exactly what happens. It's now 24-14, under 10 minutes to play. Eagles with all 3 timeouts, so I think this might be where you kick the ball away, but would not be surprised to see Bridgewater maybe go ahead and try the onside here.
With 10 minutes, yeah, you would think that they would just go ahead and kick the ball down the field and just plan on that they're going to be able to stop the Builders, but we shall see. We shall see. How risk averse is this coach? Is this program? 10 points, 10 minutes. We still got a lot of football left.
If it were me, I'd be trying the onside kick here because you're not expecting the onside kick here. I'm playing the chess match a little bit.
Oh, okay. You playing 3-dimensional.
I'm trying to play 3D. Yeah, I'm trying. I may overthink it though,
Right. But you don't get that onside kick, and you
got a short
with
field,
a short field to go, and so yeah. So you're that analytics guy that you talking about. I've been wanting to meet Mr. Analytics. So okay.
Well, Hendren boots this ball away, and Willis Walton will let it bounce, and will it roll out of bounds? Yes, it will. It barely rolled out of bounds. It just touched the sideline. That was a risky play from Willis Walton that barely worked out.
It looked like it was going to stop just inside that sideline mark.
It just touched the sideline. So the Builders will take over 1st and 10 on the 35. You can't kick that ball any better.
No, you can't. You can't. Terrific kick.
So now let's see what the Builders do here. Up 10 with 10 to play. 1st and 10.
It should be interesting. I don't think you change anything. I think you continue to do what's been working for you, but we'll see.
Handoff to Reed. Reed left side. He's got running room. Outside, 1st down and more. Across midfield. Trying to hang on to the football and does so as he is tackled inside the 40 at the 39. A big gain on 1st down for Lawrence Reed.
That's what you do. You give it to the big guy and you let him run. So nice, tough inside running. He breaks it out. Huge gain. And this is a real nice play and game, especially for this particular point in the game.
Larry, a 6-foot junior shipfitter from Warsaw, Virginia. Snap, play action. Tatum tried to find TK Petty. Pass is incomplete. As Petty was ripped down. Coverage there from Sean Harris. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Tatum's pass intended for 19. Tavion Petty falls incomplete.
Reed closing in on 400 rushing yards on the year. As we mentioned earlier, a very balanced attack from the Builders and very spread out. In fact, Reed and Green both over or nearing or over 400 yards of rushing on the year, as well as Tatum with close to 300 rushing yards, in addition to all of his passing. Here's Curtis Green. Green has some running room on the left side. He's got a first down, and he's ushered out of bounds.
Great job. Great job by Green. Moving those chains, controlling that clock. And it tells you a lot about this team. And, I mean, you look at what Tatum was allowed to do on that previous play, about the confidence that the coach has in his team and his offense in these particular critical situations. You know, we're not afraid to put the ball in our quarterback hand and let him throw it. And, you know, we also will give it to our running back and let him eat up some tough yards as well when we need them.
Tatum in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and hand it on. No, quarterback keeper on the right side. Tatum's going to call his own number and get tackled inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. A pickup of about 7 for the junior quarterback.
Just eating up that clock. Playing tough, gritty football. Running the ball. Nice, crisp passes. Being that leader that we've talked about, his coaches have talked about. And trying to, you know, decide whether or not this little taste they have is that victory, or are we getting real close to it.
56 yards of rushing now on the day for Mason Tatum on 8 carries. Snap. He'll call his number again, and he is hit hard, but quickly back up to his feet as Aaron Moore came up from that safety spot, but not before Tatum gets the first down. Tatum, by the way, he's over 300 yards rushing now on the season, with 5 rushing touchdowns to go with his over 2,000 yards passing now. 2,100 yards of passing on the season for Mason Tatum, the only quarterback in Apprentice School history to surpass 2,000 yards through the air.
Wow, that's huge.
And that's 100 years of football at the Apprentice School.
That's a long time.
Pass caught by Nick Pierce.
Big congrats to Tatum.
Broke the single-season passing record last week at Sussex County Community College, and just continuing to add to his resume. And as I mentioned, he's just a junior. He'll be back in a Builder uniform next year. The heavy metal fabricator.
Oh, you got to be excited about that. Nothing gives a football program comfort like having a veteran quarterback.
You're right. 2nd down and 6. Clock moving at 6:40. Tatum, quarterback keeper, right side. He'll spin and back his way inside the 10 to about maybe the 8, but I'll probably spot him on the 9. Be 3rd and short.
Clock continues to run. We're looking at 3rd and 3. 4.
Yeah, about 3rd and 3. Mm-hmm. Ball sits on the 8. You got to get to about the 5.
Be interesting call. See what they're going to call this time. Well, here, I mean, playbook's wide open to you. 24-14. 5 minutes, a little under 6 minutes. You're up by 10. You're on the opponent's 10.
Tatum hands it off right side. That's going to be close to a first down for Curtis Green. We'll check the spot. Put the ball on the 5, and it will be a first down for the Builders.
Down.
1st and goal.
That's huge.
And with 5:45 and counting left here in the 4th, a touchdown might ice this game.
I think you're right. A touchdown would be huge, especially when it looks like, you know, they haven't shown any ability to stop this Builders, running game. So, you know, whether it's a touchdown or field goal, I mean, whenever they touch the ball, they're gonna grit it up and run the ball.
Tatum, quarterback keeper, and he'll just slide down as he saw there was nothing there. Don't take an unnecessary hit. No gain, 2nd and goal.
Good job by Tatum, not taking that big hit.
Sure, as a defensive end, when you see that quarterback just running at you, you're starting to get the eyes a little wide open and salivating a little bit.
Well, when I play, we could actually test the quarterback. They kind of changed the rules these days.
They changed it a little bit.
You can't hardly even test the quarterback. So, yeah. And I played for Buddy Ryan and those kind of defensive coordinators.
Oh, yeah.
If you help the quarterback up after you tackle him, oh, man.
You're coming to the sidelines.
Yeah, we don't help him up.
Reed right up the middle and a touchdown for Apprentice School. Larry Reed from 5 yards out, and the Builders go up 16 with 4.5 to play.
Wow. Just a great drive. I mean, just how you draw it up when you're trying to put a game away. You're right, close the door. I mean, we want to run the ball. We want to put it in our solid quarterback's hands, who's a great decision maker. We want to catch the ball. We want to get down. Just nice run, nice power run, just turning the feet. And I don't think we've given enough credit to the offensive line and what they've been able to do. Obviously, they wouldn't have this kind of success on offense without the tremendous job that this O-line has done all evening.
Morgan's kick is good. It's now 31-14. The Builders with 272 yards rushing on the day to go with 209 passing yards. They're nearing 500 yards of offense today. That just shows how good the offensive line's been, keeping Tatum upright and then allowing for the running backs to go off for nearly 300 yards.
Hey, man, we got more than welders and pipe fitters out here. We got some ballers.
Yeah, definitely do that. National Buffalo Wing Festival Award winner in Tidewater, Virginia's Best Wings, the Dirty Buffalo has 4 convenient locations in the 757. Dine-in, carry-out, and delivery is available. Look for our coupon in the game program and come see us after the game. The Dirty Buffalo, more than just a wing joint. Neptune Bowl presented by Doubletree by Hilton Virginia Beach. Apprentice School looking to win this second game. They're 0-1 coming into today's game in Neptune Bowl history. Losing to Randolph-Macon in the first ever Neptune Bowl, and this the second Neptune Bowl all time as Morgan boots it through the end zone for a touchback. Bridgewater first and 10 from the 25. I've seen crazier things, William. 17 points in 4.5 minutes. That can easily be done. But this Bridgewater offense has not really found its footing all day.
No, they haven't shown that they can move the ball consistently, that they can hit the big plays needed to put them in a position to be able to get back in this game. And you just don't see it. You don't see the spirit and the spunk. I don't know what it is, but we knew it would be a tough fight. But I thought that the Eagles would present a little bit more of a challenge. And as you said, we got a little bit more time to go in the game. But, nothing leads me to believe that, they're gonna make a big play or enough big plays to be able to win.
Anderson's pass was incomplete, intended on the play for Jacobs. It'll be 2nd and 10. Builders leaving a lot of space in the middle of the field as now they'll drop everybody back as Anderson trying to buy some time with his feet. He'll take off and run out of bounds shy of the 30, a pickup of about 4. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, they have those linebackers up kind of just, threatening and daring him to, try to run the ball when we know they're probably going to drop back out and provide a little bit more support as far as the pass defense is concerned. But good coaching by the coaches on those linebackers as far. Get up there and dog, act like you're going to come, and then just drop back. They're not going to win the game, get back in the game by dinking and dunking. So let them catch 2 and 3, 4, 5 yard passes if we have to.
Anderson steps up in the pocket, throws across the middle. Pass is caught by Freddie Watkins across the line to gain to the 41-yard line, enough for an Eagle first down. They'll look to move quickly. Anderson trying to get his guys to the line quickly as the clock moving at 3:40. Builders up 17 late in this Neptune Bowl game. Stepping up in the pocket, throwing deep, lays it out there. Pass is caught. What a catch there by number 88, Dylan McLaughlin.
Nice throw, nice catch. He laid that where nobody could get it but his man. A great throw, great catch.
And
but
stepped out of bounds,
maybe a little bit too late.
Stepped out of bounds. So
yes, to stop the clock. And that's how you draw it up.
Well, they ran the clock, so I guess we're not late enough in the game to be able to keep the clock stopped. Anderson steps up, throws it in toward the end zone. Pass is caught, and a touchdown for the Eagles. Montex Green goes up against Paul Massey Jr. and makes the catch, and the Eagles not done yet.
Yeah, good job. Good throw by the quarterback. Another one of those 50-50 balls. If the defensive back has his back thrown to you, toward you as a quarterback, then you can consider your receiver open sometimes. You thought, well, okay, he can see it. This DB has no doubt, has no idea that the ball is coming, and he lets his receiver go up and make a play. So, I mean, that's how you draw them up. I mean, it just is. I mean, this is something you wouldn't even thought about, throwing players open the way that we see in today's, modern football.
Well, the point after is good, makes it a 10-point game. This reminds me a lot of the Apprentice School Christopher Newport game where the Builders would get up 10 points and Christopher Newport would score, and then Builders go up again. Christopher Newport scores, an onside kick here and there, and it's a competitive game. This feels a lot like that. Bridgewater's going to attempt an onside kick here, needing 2 possessions. If they can recover that, this game is wide open again.
Yeah, you're right, and we shall see. But yeah, I don't think this Bridgewater team is going to give up. But they're going to have a little bit of luck, as you say, with onside kicks, that sort of thing. But it should be an exciting finish this last 3 minutes. So buckle up.
So Bridgewater has the onside kick team on. It looks, well, they've got the kickoff team on it. I assume this is an onside kick, just the way that Jackson Herndon is lined up. Hands team on for the Builders. Herndon tells his kickoff team to spread out. Kick to the right side. The kick is fielded by Willis Walton. He's taken down at the 45-yard line. Great job from the freshman running back to make that play. And the Builders about 3 minutes away from celebrating a Neptune Bowl victory.
Yeah, great job by the kick receiving team. I mean, just like you're taught in these situations where they're trying to kick an onside kick, don't try to be a hero, catch the ball and run down the field. Catch the ball, secure the ball, get down to the ground, and they did a good job of doing that. So that may be the nail in the coffin.
Bridgewater still has all 3 timeouts. You mentioned they're not going to give up by any stretch of the means. But a first down might end the game here.
Right.
As Tatum takes the snap, and he'll hand it off to Curtis Green. Green trying to get to the outside, makes one man miss, now cuts it upfield, inside the 40, close to a first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short. I think it's going to be a 2nd and 1, and a timeout going to be called by Bridgewater as he didn't get the first down.
Yeah. Great run by him. I mean, if he had a little bit of patience, could have saw that he had a blocker out there. The blocker was trying to get to him, and he kind of, ran past the blocker, which you see happen sometimes. But guys trying to get out there and make it happen as a blocker. You don't have any idea what your runner behind you, your teammate, what he's thinking and how he's going to cut. So,
by the way, we appreciate everybody for tuning in here to today's Neptune Bowl presented by Doubletree by Hilton Virginia Beach. Like and subscribe here on the YouTube page. Thank our sponsors for making this broadcast completely free to you, the viewers. If you'd like to sponsor these broadcasts here from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex, visit beachsportsplex.com/streaming and fill out the contact info.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I've had a great time, and I've been in this press box before, but I don't know why today I haven't really, really enjoyed this view or noticed what a spectacular view you have here, over at the Sportsplex. And it's been a great day for football. Good to see these kids out having fun and, having a chance to play another game.
Green left side. He is going to be stopped short of the line. Yeah, in fact, he'll actually lose a yard, and another timeout by Bridgewater. It will be 3rd and 2 alongside former Philadelphia Eagle William Fuller. I'm Walker McCrary as we look back on how this game has really developed after a scoreless first quarter. Offense has really come to life, and I think the play that kind of turned the tide in this game was that last drive by Apprentice in the first half to score right before halftime. Then they come back, drive down the field again. They don't get points out of it, but I think at that point this Apprentice offense just kind of felt we can do whatever we want to today.
You're exactly right. I think they felt like, look, we can move the ball on them. We have been successful. Let's do this. Let's score right before the half. You know what? We get the ball the second half. And you see teams today really talk about, the opportunities. And we have an opportunity to score right before the half. That's huge. We have an opportunity to get the ball back and score again. That's just as big, if not bigger. And so I think they realized that, and they were able to make that happen.
Now, I mentioned that might be the biggest play up to this point. This might be the biggest play of the game, depending on what happens here. 3rd and 2. Tatum in the shotgun, takes the snap, calls his own number, right up the middle, first down. Tatum's running free to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Builders score. Tatum, his second rushing touchdown of the day, and the junior quarterback going to come celebrate with his team as the Builders might have finished this game off.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think you appreciate on that one. You said this might be the biggest play of the game. He gets the ball, obviously running like a man with a purpose. It simply takes it up with a go, breaks out to the left side, outruns a couple of defenders, and takes it in. You got to be happy for that young man and what he's done as far as leadership is concerned, how much he means to this football team. And so that was a huge play.
Tatum, a 38-yard rushing touchdown as Morgan boots through the extra point. Tatum now with 102 yards rushing to go with his 209 yards passing. He's accounted for 3 of the 5 touchdowns scored by the Builders today. Already mentioned he's the single-season passing record holder at the Apprentice School and really putting a bow on his junior season as the Builders are about to finish 9-1.
Yeah, this is amazing. You gotta take your hat off and give all respect to the Builders and what they've been able to accomplish today. You can realize this Eagles team was 9-1 in the ODAC.
Yeah.
He lost to one team.
That's no joke.
That team, this is no joke. Right. So it's not like that they playing a fluke team. This is a pretty good football team that they're beating soundly today. So this is huge. You got to feel good for the Builders and the Eagles. They're a good football team. They've had a great year. But you got to think, I don't know if they took this lightly or what have you, but for whatever reason, we didn't get their best effort.
Bridgewater, their only loss came to Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon wins their first-round game in the Division III playoffs today against Cortland State, 35-28. So that's a second-round team in Randolph-Macon that Bridgewater lost to.
Yeah. So
this Bridgewater team, no joke.
Exactly. So I don't know, what happened today, but you can't say, we didn't the best effort from the Eagles. You got to look at it from the standpoint we got a better effort from the Builders. They came in and, it wasn't a fluke. They have dominated this game, for the most part, and especially making the plays when they're needed.
Deontay Tucker with a very good return there for the Eagles, but a flag on the play late. We'll see what that is. Remind you to stay tuned following the conclusion of this game for our post-game ceremony, where we'll get with Billy King. So a personal foul penalty on Bridgewater's Sean Harris, and if you had any hope of trying to score quick after that big return, now you've got to go 70 yards as opposed to 55. That just makes it that much harder for the Eagles. 17 points is tough in 2.5 minutes, but with that field position, I feel like you might could score quickly. But then the penalty hurts. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, that makes it tough. I mean, and here you're going to ask your defenders, look, just don't give up the big play. Let him run. You know, let him throw the short stuff, and we'll be fine. So, yeah, you're asking a lot of your offense to make this happen in 2 minutes. You know, to make 3 scores in 2 minutes.
Saw Anderson get tackled inbounds, so the clock going to keep running, but he did get the first down. Anderson again with the snap. Steps up in the pocket, throws out wide. Pass is caught, but again inbounds.
Mm-hmm. Clock's running. They've only got 3 defensive linemen rushing the quarterback, and so he's going to have time. You got 5 blockers blocking 3 defensive linemen. He's going to have time. It's just a matter of your defense, the defensive back, secondary, making tackles, keeping them in bounds, hopefully.
Anderson trying to make something happen with his feet. Pass is caught short of the first down. Nope, they're going to, I think, give him the first. No, they're not. The clock's going to keep running. He's going to be short of the line to gain, so really losing time on the clock as Bridgewater, like you said, dinking and dunking their way down the field, but that's not how you can get points on.
That's not going to get it done. And that's what you're taught as a defense. You know, let them catch that short stuff in this particular situation. And, I mean, we practice this stuff. It's not like we have 2-minute drills. We have 4-minute drills, 6-minute drills. You both on offense and defensive sides, you know. Well, you know, and try to game plan what we would do in this situation, what we need to do. And we do that offensively, and we also do that drill with our defense, you know, as far as, look, don't do anything stupid. You know, let them, you know, make sure that you don't let the quarterback break free for a huge play and score immediately. And so, yeah, but it so feels good to be in this position. When you, if I had the choice,
sure.
I'd rather be the team that's up by 20 and having to defend than being just the opposite. We have to make a score to get back in the game.
313 rushing yards on the game for the Builders. Crazy thing is that's not even in the top 10 all-time in Builder history.
Wow. Not even the top 10.
Nope.
Wow.
Builders traditionally a running team throughout their 100 years of football.
And that's it. I mean, they've been around 100 years. I mean, there are a lot of people. It's kind of one of the
pass incomplete
hidden gems of football, man. You know, in the Hampton Roads area, we're familiar with them. But even with that, I don't think as many people are familiar with this program and their success as need be.
Well, Coach Vincent Brown definitely putting the Builders on the map this season, beating Averett, beating Brevard, beating Christopher Newport.
Yeah.
Competing against Bluefield State and really should have won that game. Not a Division II program in the Big Blue as Anderson stays in bounds.
Yeah, I think everybody affiliated with the ODAC is certainly aware of who this Builders program is. No doubt about that. The success that they've had in playing against this conference schedule, you know, through the recent years over the last 3 years.
A timeout going to be called by, I believe, Bridgewater. Nope, Builders will take the timeout at the 19-yard line, wanting to keep the Builders out of the Eagles out of the end zone and really finish on a high note here. Like you mentioned, 17 points, a minute 13 left. Not a lot you can do here for the Eagles. You got to score and get an onside kick and then score on probably your first play and get another onside kick.
Yeah. All little crazy stuff happening in football. I wouldn't bet on that happening this evening. And again, these Builders have pretty much dominated it. And the spirit and the atmosphere, you sense that they were in control and they weren't going to do anything to just totally implode. Whereas with the Eagles, you don't sense that they had that spirit that they were going to make these plays to get back in the game and come back, and we see some fantastic recovery. It just isn't there. It wasn't there. Hasn't been there the entire second half.
Anderson sacked on the play by Jaden Carthorne, our first time saying his name tonight, as there's a flag on the play, probably going to be a hold. I imagine that Coach VB going to decline this penalty. Oh, no, he's going to keep the penalty, or he's going to take the penalty and back him up a little farther. Thought he might decline the penalty and make it 2nd and long. Instead, it'll be 1st and 20. Anderson waiting on the whistle to be able to start play. Snap, 3-man rush. 4th comes late for the Builders, tosses it off to Robinson Jr., trying to make something happen. He dives forward to the 13, maybe the 12. Clock going to keep running.
Less than a minute.
Anderson's pass complete to number 6, Ronald Robinson Jr.
2nd down and about 3. Clock at 45 seconds. Snap. Pass underthrown, intended there on the play for Jenkins. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Builders are going to finish the year 9-1. The most successful season in terms of winning percentage in program history. Bridgewater, nothing to scoff about at 9-2.
Oh, not at all. I mean, congratulations to both teams. They've had a very successful winning season. I mean, we talked earlier about what they've both gone through over the last couple of years. And, just to get back here, I mean, to be here, even if it's, your 2nd place finish, I mean, that's quite an accomplishment. So, I mean, you got to be happy for these kids, happy for the coaches. And this is nothing where they should hang their heads down. They've had one heck of a season, and we expect nothing but, continued good football out of them moving forward.
Well, we're going to have, I believe, a targeting penalty on Tan Reed, as we'll check on, I believe that was Montex Green who was trying to make a play, and Reed came in like a missile. One of those launches, that's one of the primary things that you look at when you talk about targeting.
Mm-hmm.
And Reed definitely launched himself. So Reed disqualified with 34 seconds left.
What happens with that? I mean, a lot of these games, a kid is disqualified, and then he can't come back the next game.
I don't know how that happens.
It's the last game of the season, and if he's coming back the next year, I'm sure it doesn't spill over. It just that's just the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak. But yeah,
freshman will definitely be back. Reed from Norfolk, and you look at the way that Vincent Brown has established or has built this team. It's a lot of kids from the 757, from Hampton, Norfolk, Newport News, just outside to Richmond. You've got kids from Portsmouth and Suffolk. But then he's been able to supplement them with players from Norcross, Georgia, and some players from Maryland and some other places around. But the bulk of this team for the Builders from this 757 area, which I think is pretty cool given, it's like you said, it's a team that nobody really has, heard about just because they're not one of the NCAA teams. You've got Norfolk State and Hampton and ODU all right here in this area, but the Apprentice school, I mean, they're on par, if not, they beat Christopher Newport earlier in the year.
The more I learn about this Apprentice school, about Coach Brown, about what he's done with this program, I am so impressed. I mean, when I heard the story when we were at the luncheon and he was talking about, I mean, these kids need darn near 3.0 to get into school.
Yep.
These kids working 8 hours, right, and then having to go and practice. I mean, that's a crazy story. You know, granted, you know, the biggest thing is, you know, they get paid now. You know, so and have since the beginning of the program, so they get paid. But you know, having to go through all that and watching them grow up that fast and realize, you know, that he's leading men.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, these are not just, you know, some, you know, bright-eyed kids coming straight out of high school. I mean, these guys got to grow up pretty doggone quick. You know, probably a little bit quicker than in the traditional football program. The more I learn about them, the more I'm impressed, you know, with the kids, with the entire program, how it works, and certainly, you know, the coach's leadership, and also 3 paid staff members.
Yeah.
That's it.
Coach
Him
Vincent
being able
Brown.
to do all of that with 3 staff members, that is incredible, man. It's just one whale of a story. It really is, and you know, you can tell by how the kids look at him and how they respect him, and you certainly could tell from his voice, you know, the passion he has, and how he said it's his privilege to coach this program, not the other way around. He said it's his privilege. So, wow. And these are some of the kids that also grew up and built. We're talking about having one of the largest and greatest militaries in the area. I mean, a lot of these kids will go on to work for, you know, the shipyard and will do that kind of work. And so, man, it's just one incredible story. And I mean, you got to be happy for them this evening as well, this entire program.
Well, that was good to see that Cam Williams was able to walk off under his own power. As back to actions, Anderson going to drop back, throw it out wide. Pass is caught by Derek Jenkins. He's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Make it 38-27 with 28 seconds left. And now, like I said, game getting a little bit chippy here at the end. 38-27, point after pending. Again, a reminder to stay tuned for our post-game ceremony following the final 28 seconds ticking off the clock, but Bridgewater going to attempt a point after first with Jackson Herndon. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle, 38-28. Of course, Bridgewater, like we mentioned, runners up in the ODAC, so they will go right back into the offseason and get ready for next year's ODAC schedule, which is going to be brutal, as it always is. You've got Randolph, Macon, Washington, and Lee, Shenandoah amongst all the other teams. So this Bridgewater team, you know, I'm sure that Coach Lim and his staff are going to go back and say, look, let this eat away at you for 9 months. Let it fester and come back in January when we start off-season workouts, and let's roll and keep letting it fester until we can take the field again in late August.
Oh, absolutely. I had the opportunity to speak with him a little bit on yesterday, and I kind of hinted at or threw the question. It was more of a hint.
Yeah.
That, you know, are your kids taking this game seriously because of, you know, how you fell short in the ODAC conference? Do you feel like, you know, that they're excited about this, you know, bowl game, and are they motivated? And he will, heck, yeah, absolutely they're excited. And I don't think he was, you know, again, just, you know, giving me the lines. I think he felt like they were ready and they were excited to, you know, to play this football game. And, you know, I think if there's something that changed since last night, you know, I think it's a surprise to him. And, you know, he'll get after these guys and he'll say, look, nobody cares about you're being number 2 in the ODAC. You got to bring your best effort every game. Every year you got to bring your best effort.
One play left, and it's a football coach's favorite play. As Apprentice School is going to take a timeout to make sure that they get the players on the field and make sure that they're able to take this last knee.
You talking about that kneel down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Victory formation.
Oh, okay. I know you weren't talking about the Gatorade dump.
That's not the coach's favorite play. No, the coach's favorite play is being able to say victory formation.
Absolutely. I'm just kidding. Wow. Well, I certainly enjoyed working with you.
Yeah, man.
I think you've taken the neophyte under your arm, and it was great to see this game. I sure hope we can continue. I think Chuck Thornton has done a great job. I've known him from years. I know the passion that he has, for this facility and for this game. Got it started in 2019. They had to take the hiatus, but right now, here's an opportunity to kind of rebirth this bowl game and get people excited about a bowl game in our area. And I told him, he can count on me for the support anytime. And I think a lot of people feel that same way. I mean, we got too much of a rich tradition in the Hampton Roads area to have this stadium here and not have a meaningful game here, bowl game here.
Well, that timeout was to get all the seniors on the field for the Apprentice School. Jarrett Jystad, a senior backup quarterback, he'll get to take this final knee for the Apprentice School. He'll take the snap from Russ Pierce, take the knee, and the Builders, 38-28. As it's Gatorade bath time for Vincent Brown.
He's running, trying to get away.
He got out of the way of the first one. He ain't going to the second one.
Might as well just stop and face it, Coach.
The Apprentice School, 38-28 winners over Bridgewater. Getting a little bit of revenge from last year's loss to the Eagles. And winning their first ever Neptune Bowl game. As the Builders going to celebrate here in Virginia Beach. What a game.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, kind of what we talked about early on, and start to finish. It was a tough game. Both teams kind of put a little bit conservative, filling each other out initially in that first quarter. Then they started to hit their stride and move the ball. And then it was really just about toughness and being physical up front. And, I think the Builders up front, as far as their offense and defensive line, ultimately played better. I really do. They opened up some holes and had some big games, rushing yards, and some big stops as well. So when you look at it on both sides of the ball, I think I'm partial to the big guys. That anyway. So I'm always say that it was because of what the big guys did up front. But no. All kidding aside, it was a great effort by them. This is no fluke. They deserve to win.
The Builders 38, the Eagles 28. We're holding tight for our post-game ceremony. You see on the field the players all getting championship hats for winning the bowl game. And we're going to have the trophy presentation here momentarily. Brendan Hill, the defensive coordinator, getting chased down. Gatorade bath for him. The defense pumped up. So you've gotten Gatorade baths for Coach Hill, for VB. I imagine Coach Elton Brown got himself a little bit of a water bath as well.
We got one more bucket down there, so I don't know. The kids might be finished. So, 2 coaches is enough, but.
Again, we're getting set for the post-game presentation as the Builders victorious over Bridgewater here in the Neptune Bowl presented by Doubletree by Hilton. Here's public address announcer Billy King.
Where Carter Davis and today's mascot Tanner Strickland present the championship trophy for the 2022 Neptune Bowl to your champions, the Newport News Apprentice School.
Chandler Perry going to be the one to hoist the trophy first for the Builders. And now you see the celebration ensue. Congratulations to the Apprentice School, your 2022 Neptune Bowl champions. For my partner, William Fuller, I'm Walker McCrary signing off from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. The Apprentice School the Neptune Bowl champions, 38-28. Your final score. Good night from Virginia Beach.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
Earn $300 with everything checking from Dollar Bank. Then do your thing.